You already know how the fuck we rocking. It's Young Rob on the mic. St. Yves to the right.
What's happening?
Nate Nicks to the left.
Hello, how you doing?
It hits different. Not saying Nate Nicks in the room, but
Okay, in front of the camera.
yeah, no, facts. You feel me? Cause he got mad wreck shit to say. You feel me? And after last week, I think it's only right that your face is on camera this time.
Yeah,
you know,
facts.
Nigga took the rapping off,
we
real
gotta,
nigga.
we gotta. Oh yeah. Facts. No free promo here. No bullshit.
Always got a lot to say though. You know what I mean?
Nah. So right.
Camera not gonna change that though.
All right, we'll see if opinions have changed from last week, right? Because what I do fuck with how the community has been interacting with us. I really fuck with the interaction.
They've been spitting
For real. And they were definitely invested in the conversation that we had a couple weeks ago about
who can say nigga.
who can say nigga. And no
That was
bullshit.
a couple weeks. Yeah, no bullshit.
To them,
Just
it was
came out,
last
yeah,
week.
just
Yeah,
came
to
out
them, it
last
was last
week,
week.
yeah.
That shit was last week. Yeah. But nah, right? Because my thing is, I thought it was a pretty plain answer. You feel me? If you're not black, shouldn't say it. Clear. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
that's...
can I see the list again? Who said yes?
End of discussion. Oh, facts. We did a poll.
we can see who the fuck said this shit for real.
And we got a whole bunch of people. First
I
of all,
didn't think it was really much of a conversation. No bullshit.
St. Yves.
I was on some fuck shit.
Nah, yeah, he voted just to see.
Yeah, that ass. I wanted to see the percentage.
Nah. The poll right here is wild, bro.
Which one is this? Is this the white passing one?
Yes.
All right.
Which is a different conversation. We
I'll-
acknowledge that.
For mine, it was 5 votes for yes and 82 votes for no. If it's any non-white person can say it, and all the people that voted for yes were some young niggas, and then a nigga that's not from America.
And then when I asked on the Instagram, can white passing black people say nigga? 86% said and then the other 14% said sure. And you know what? At first I was gonna look at those people funny, but then somebody reached out and was like, "Alright, but how does it?"
Nah, shout him out. Shout out Philip.
Yeah, shout out to my man Philip. He said if they're white passing, they're still black. You feel me? Regardless
That's
of
facts. They are still nigga.
and then he was like, "What about albino people?" And I was like, we
Still nigga, yeah.
we said it. As
Still
long
see
as
the
you
features
still
and
got
shit.
your phenotypically, your face has Afrocentric features, you could still tell if an albino person is black. But he was like, okay, what about an albino person who has Eurocentric features like a Dominican or a Cape Verdean? And I didn't even have the answer for that. You feel me? Because like
I said, I think that's what it comes down to. Is like
Lineage,
you
right?
shouldn't be saying it, but if you are a nigga and you say it, hey, it is what it is. I just know there's gonna be questions when you say it, so I wouldn't recommend it.
And then we had
I'm gonna be one of the niggas questioning you if you saying it. I'm not gonna be mad at you, but I'm gonna have the questions though. So you better have the answer. No bullshit.
And then we had mad examples of like white people that were low key black.
P.
And I
Wentz.
ain't even
That
know.
nigga black.
Can
Yo, he's
nigga-
not. You can't
can
say
nigga-
white people that are low key black.
I was gonna say
He
P.
is
Wentz.
black,
P.
bro. That
Wentz
nigga's
is a
black.
nigga. Bro, P. Wentz is
That
a
nigga is
pure
black.
Negro.
What's the nigga
bro.
from the band? You said him
P.
too.
Wentz.
No, the other
Slash.
nigga. Slash is
Slash
black.
is a nigga.
You feel me?
Slash, I'm gonna meet Slash and be like, what's up, my nigga Slash, bro? My nigga Slash. I'm gonna get that shit on camera and be like, yo, my nigga. He goes,
Those
my
are
nigga,
black
You got
people, bro.
what?
Those are real niggas, bro.
Halsey, I didn't even know Halsey's dad was black, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't know that either, but she
crazy.
black.
See, the thing about Halsey though is, like I said, if she says it, it's gonna be questions. I wouldn't recommend it.
And that's where it led me
That's
to.
a nigga.
Because I think we all came to agreement. Like at that point, it's not dependent on what you look like, but it's just more of, is there black in your family?
Is there all right, so the way that I described it, 'cause someone asked me the question also, it was like, what do you mean by like non-black? You know what I mean? Or like what defines someone as like non-black? And I was like, you're black if you are 1 to 2 generations removed from your blackness.
So that's the rule. 1 to 2. 1 to 2.
Yeah, and the reason why it's 1, 2, 2 is because like someone like Pete Wentz, you give him that one if his kids is not saying nigga if he's marrying a white woman. Bro. His
But
kids
if
is not
that's the
saying
case,
nigga.
then
But you know what I mean? If someone like Drake, right? Drake is 1 generation removed. His
so
kid,
you're saying Adonis could say it then?
no. His
But
kid,
no. What
not
you're talking
saying-
about? He's
That's
2
second
generation.
I'm saying, but his kid, no, I'm saying removed. So I'm saying like he's 1 generation removed. So he's already at the limit. He can maybe stretch it to 2 if he looks black enough.
If he fucked with a black woman, but he didn't.
Nah, if he looks black enough.
Well,
I'm
if
not
he
talking
fucked
about
with a
Drake.
black
I'm
woman,
talking
he would've
about
been
Drake's
black,
he
kid.
would have been black. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he didn't.
But he
so
didn't.
that's why he
So-
doesn't make the cutoff.
Yeah, his son didn't.
I hear you.
And like you said, Yves, like the black spectrum is wildly wide.
Yeah,
Facts.
no bullshit.
It's really crazy because then you got the Sophia Richies, you got all these people who dead look white.
It's funny how we putting people into like these categories. The Sophia Richie,
The off-whites.
The off-whites.
the real blacks.
No, because the thing is,
The grays.
I feel like, all right, if they're still black, they should say nigga with caution. For their own personal safety, they should watch who they say it around, because otherwise you're gonna get pressed. You might get pressed.
Probably will. And also it's just like considering like the layers to oppression and the intersectionality therein. You know what I mean? The closer you look to white, the less oppression you're gonna face.
Exactly. Because you're not going through the same shit another nigga might be going through.
You feel me? So cool it off that nigga word, man.
You know?
You still a nigga. We ain't gonna take that away from you now. You still a nigga.
It's funny.
I'm about to say, I'm not trying to give nobody an identity crisis, nigga. Like,
no,
I'm like, hey,
that's a part of life. That's a part of life. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, like that, I ain't make you who you are. You know what I mean? I ain't create the rules. I'm just enforcing them. You feel me?
Dr. Umar has something interesting to say about mixed.
Nigga on TikTok.
I know, you seen that, right? Nigga open up the clock.
No, because this is the only. This is the only way I remember this shit, bro. If I even remember dudes, dang, bro, fuck.
I didn't even know Dr. Umar was on TikTok.
Yeah, y'all keep talking while I find it.
I don't think he is. I think it's like somebody
like
just
a
posted
little
some
clip.
shit of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dr. Umar clips be funny as fuck on Twitter, bro.
Shout out that nigga, bro.
You remember when that nigga was in Boston?
Jalil met that nigga. Yeah, bro. A couple niggas met that nigga, bro. Shit, I would have talked to that nigga, bro. I got mad questions for that nigga, bro.
All right,
I fuck with that nigga.
Someone asked Dr. Umar, what if you mix?
Half black. Ain't no such thing as half black. You don't mix white milk with chocolate milk and get half chocolate milk.
Yeah, you do.
When you ever see half chocolate
It is half chocolate milk.
chocolate. Ain't no such thing as half chocolate. It's either chocolate or it ain't. I'm half black.
But that's the thing. If you mix chocolate milk with regular milk, you just get chocolate milk.
No,
still.
it's
just
still
less.
it's
just less
a
chocolate.
little watered down chocolate milk.
It's milked up chocolate
Watered
milk.
down.
Milk.
It's chocolate milk, but the milk is capitalized.
Yeah, tight shit. Like,
It's like that's what that's because I feel like chocolate milk. That's chocolate milk, but then that's like you know what I mean. Without it, it's chocolate milk. You feel me?
And that was my point. I don't remember who was the example I said it to, but I already said like the way it works is like, you know how they make that, that Punnett square.
Yeah,
and
the Punnett square.
Yeah. And they say, brown eyes is dominant, blue
it's
eyes is
called,
recessive.
Black jeans
you're
is
talking about.
dominant.
There's a name for that.
Zazie
Shit.
Yeah, the
Beats?
Punnett square. I swear.
No, the Punnett square is like the technique to figure that out.
Yeah, you feel
But
me?
like,
All
yeah.
right. So
Recessive
I've
and like
always,
non-recessive jeans and shit.
So I always thought about it as, black, black skin is the dominant gene. White is the recessive. That's not mean it's less.
Okay, but like we were saying with
It just
Pete,
means
that
it's
nigga's
less
German.
common.
His father's German, bro. Them niggas got strong ass genes,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
So I'm saying, so
Pete.
the black gene's already dominant. If you find genes that are more dominant than the black genes, you're not a nigga. Simple.
That's how you feel,
Yeah, bro.
Nah, that nigga.
If your
Pete is a
German
nigga,
genes
bro.
are
Pete's a
stronger,
nigga, bro.
that's to the
Nigga.
how, bro.
bro.
Like,
Pete,
yo, tell me
you
why.
seen
niggas
I'm
hair,
gonna say
bro.
you seen Pete with the fro, bro. That
You
nigga
seen
hair,
that shit, bro.
That nigga get hair
Your
more
shit
nigga
more
than yours,
texturized, bro. Your shit way-
My shit curls. That nigga's hair
His shit's more.
that nigga's hair don't curl, bro. All he did was slick it back.
That shit was
and got
nappy,
y'all
bro.
niggas fooled.
His shit was
that shit was
nappy.
not nappy, bro.
Nah,
It was
bro.
not
That
nappy,
shit-
bro.
That shit
This
German
shit-
black nappy, bro. You don't get it, bro.
But I showed y'all what a real black German look like.
real,
A
bro.
real black
You see what I'm saying?
Zazie
That's the
Beats,
problem.
bro.
You're the problem, bro.
Shout out to
You're
Zazie
the
Beats. I
problem,
love
nigga.
you.
You
Shout out to all the white men that Zazie Beats was fucking with.
No, nigga.
Just goes
so
to show,
wild.
man. You gotta really be careful who you shouting out, man. What Zazie Beats ever do for me, man?
Hey man, at the end of the day, we are not the nigga police. You feel me? We just talking our shit. Don't take it too seriously.
That's a fact.
but
Biracial
if-
kids don't start
I think names
having
very
crises.
serious. I don't
Bro,
know.
that's the thing. Biracial kids, bro.
They be
if you
going
look-
through it, bro.
all right, good for them. Like, I'm sorry that the world, you know what I mean,
Got
views
y'all
you that way.
confused.
But at the end of the day, you know what I
Put my
mean?
shit back,
I'm a nigga, so I don't gotta worry about your problems, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Good luck. You gonna find a way. You better, and if you don't look black, you better not be saying nigga around me unless you want me to question you, because I'm gonna ask some questions. You feel me?
Hey man, we just
But nah. I was gonna say, fuck all that shit. Cause you talking about all the talk from the community. I want more hate from these niggas, bro. No bullshit.
No bullshit,
Whoa.
right?
I want way more hate.
Niggas
does
don't
that
got
mean?
enough hate in
How,
their
cause
system.
like nigga, how we get better if niggas ain't calling us out for what we doing wrong or what they want to see from us? That's better.
I mean, we
It's
out
all
here.
love and all that. And that's amazing. You feel me? That's amazing. But like,
Facts. So where's the
Niggas
where's
need
the
hate
spite?
too.
Where's
But
the
are we the
spite?
bad for the community aspect of bad for the community? We're the good for the community aspect. We point out what's
good
bad for the community.
community aspect.
You feel me? And what's bad for the community is white people saying
but
nigga.
the people, the
That is
community is
true.
the ones that gotta hold us accountable, nigga.
Yeah, white people can't say
Bro,
nigga
we
for
be
sure.
wilding sometimes.
You feel me?
I don't know if we've been called out for it. Actually,
And that's
we
what I
did.
want.
Nah, we did that one time.
What?
I think it was like episode 3. It's talking about things we shouldn't have talked about. We had
So
no
you got-
business
you gotta
talking
drop
about.
it.
We got called out on it. Yeah.
At the end of that shit,
Oh, I know.
think I know what
exactly
you're
what
talking about.
Yeah. Then
y'all can go back and look at that if you want to.
that's a fact.
That was the first episode.
Yeah, I think it was the
That
first
was the
episode.
first
That was the
episode.
first. Oh, we
About
came out
like
the
the-
gates wilding.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
child.
Cause I remember I left. I be having people watch that. They was fucking with Yves off of that though. No bullshit. Niggas was saying that you was really Saint Yves. That's why he was already called Saint Yves before that. But after that, that's when the community really was
What did
like
I
Saint
say
Yves.
wrong? No, you was wrong. We ain't gotta talk about it. All right. For the last 2 hours, we was watching the benefit concert that Kanye and Drake had. The benefit.
Concert.
Yeah, facts. I did not hear one Larry Hoover mentioned. Did y'all hear Larry Hoover mention?
Yeah, Drake mentioned him one time.
Yeah, he did.
No, he said Larry Hoover Jr.
Oh,
That's bad.
I didn't realize that.
He said, yo, shout out to Jay Prince, Larry Hoover Jr. for putting this together, blah, blah, blah.
Terrible.
That was it. And nigga
Terrible.
had to free the mandem.
Terrible. Yeah, that shit was a joke.
60 buns.
Yo, and they was taxing.
That's bad.
Y'all seen the prices on them shits?
on the tickets?
It's like
the shirt was 100.
Oh yeah, the pants was
Hoodie
400.
2.
Pants was 400.
That made no sense.
Some Levi's jeans, bro, just with free Larry Hoover
Nah,
on that
bro,
shit.
Kanye touched them, bro. It's 400.
Kanye effect, no bullshit.
It's like, yo, how badly do you really want to see Larry Hoover out this bitch?
Buy these pants.
By the pants.
400.
Jesus, yo. What
Yeah.
y'all think? Because at the end of the day, everybody, had their thoughts on it. Kanye was playing all his classics. Drake,
Played his album. That's the
Played
right. That's the
CLB.
That shit made me want to go to
say that
church.
shit.
I fuck with Kanye. It reminded me of how much the black community fuck with Kanye for real.
I seen a tweet.
nah.
That was a perfect tweet. They're like, yo, Kanye does all the bullshit that he does, and then he shows his catalog, and you're like, oh yeah, that's why we ignore all that.
That's a
Then we
I
let
fact.
it
don't
slide
ignore
type
it.
shit.
I still hold the boy accountable with the shit. I still call him out for the bullshit. I can also just listen to the music from
It's
before.
separated,
That
right?
shit's hard. It's not separating it. It's it's combined. Like I know that the music, cause for example, right?
What is holding
My
accounting?
Beautiful-
Then?
What?
What is holding accounting? Like if you're talking about an artist
Holding
and shit,
accountable.
yeah, my fault.
I was bad confused, bro.
It's
Yeah, I
accounting.
understand, bro. I'm a very language based person. So when people say stuff that I
No,
really
no,
don't
I fucked
understand,
up.
bro,
No,
I'll
that
really
was me,
just-
though. I did fuck up.
I'll
I was
just stop
thinking
with
about
my
getting it
tracks
up.
and I just won't understand what you're saying at all, bro. My brain will just start working overtime.
So what was the question you had?
What is holding accountable?
You're just calling them out on the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Just
When it's-
calling them out. So it's fine to still listen to the music and all that.
No. I'm not saying that it's fine. For a while, I wasn't even listening to Kanye. You know what I mean?
Travis
But-
wishes that was the
That's why I
definition.
asked.
Y'all
That's
definition
what
of
I'm asking,
accountable,
'cause I'm
bro. Because that nigga getting ran through the mud.
Hey man,
We'll
niggas
talk
ain't-
about that
niggas
later.
Niggas ain't died at the Kanye
Jeez.
show. I ain't never heard of a nigga die listening to
Yeah,
Kanye.
no bullshit. He was
But-
sending blessings. He's like, y'all pray
Facts.
for y'all. Jesus gonna save all of us. Blah blah.
Blah
Blah, blah.
Yo, what?
It's kind of hard to talk about the event because that was my second time watching it with y'all, and
It's my first.
yeah, it was the first time for y'all, second time for me, and it was kind of tough, acting like I trying to give out all my thoughts when
This nigga trying to give me cues and shit.
I've already shared them and shit. But
Were you fucking with Drake's part?
No.
Were there redeeming qualities of the Drake set?
let me say this, right?
Drake portion.
I can appreciate that moment. I thought that was a super dope moment. What it visually was crazy. Like I said, when they was walking down the stairs, that's a once in a lifetime, moment. But and I have to appreciate it for what it was. You feel me? I don't like to see two black people, beefing.
Mm-hmm.
Them coming together and joining forces like that. That was dope. As a Kanye fan, I'm super happy for Kanye. That nigga killed it. All his hits that he was playing from back in the day to now, it's just crazy that we gotta really treasure this man, bro, for all the music he's dropped. And then with the Drake set, niggas playing, his recent catalog. I get it. He hasn't had the chance to play it, so that's why he performed it. But that shit was just weak compared to Kanye, bro. Real disappointed.
Yeah, it wasn't wavy.
Kanye was playing his greatest hits and Drake out here saying, I'm a lesbian girl, me too. Yeah. Way too sexy. I'm way too sexy.
Fools.
What's
Nah.
another one?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's very
Haven't paid my
forgettable.
taxes.
Yeah, it
Please
was
say
very
something.
forgettable. I wish that he performed more of the songs too. It didn't really feel like a performance. It was really just the track playing and he was just rapping. And then some of them, it had the vocals removed for whatever so that he could rap it himself. But it was a lot of just up there, whatever. It didn't really feel like a performance. It just
I
felt
don't
like
even
nigga
think the
listened to
crowd
his
was
own
feeling
music.
him like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because he was begging and he was like, yo, I know y'all could be louder than this, please. Kanye ain't have to do none of that shit. Them niggas, like you said, bro, they was singing
Well,
along
that's
to
a
the
good point.
tags, bro.
Fact, yeah, the Metro Boomin tag, that shit was fire.
And it's just...
I mean, Kanye does have more of a. No, I'm gonna say that
No.
he has more of a cult following. He does. He definitely does.
Yeah.
Tell me he doesn't.
No, he does.
He does.
I give you that. I'll give you that.
Kanye supporters are more likely to like pop out for an event like that.
I wish Kanye would just like take a step back, not from dropping music, but from just being in the public eye. Just go on his like do the same shit he was doing before with the Sunday service shit. Just keep just going on tour. Pay them niggas. Nigga owe them niggas money. Pay them niggas. But just keep doing the Sunday service shit, and then just like drop an album like every once in a while. And then when he's about to drop an album, just go on like a huge like press run like he was doing with this one, where it wasn't like controversial so much. But he's more so just like doing weird shit. I love the weird shit. Like just the video. You seen the videos where he's just working out with the mask and like all the niggas in the fucking the room.
Shit is different.
That shit was weird, bro. I was like, what the
hell you talking about that? I think someone was wearing like that goblin mask.
Nah, you remember when he was fucking working out inside the shit, and this nigga Chance the Rapper was in there, bro, just talking to him.
No sound.
That shit was weird,
just a
bro.
video. Yeah.
That shit made me interested. I wanted to know what this album was about to sound like.
This is definitely Kanye's like least. This is the year that I'm criticizing him the least.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because he wasn't doing
Because last
shit.
year he was doing. I mean, I don't even know.
Last 4 years, nigga.
But he was just on some bullshit with
bugging.
the album drops, with the Trump cosign. You know, he was just on some shit. Nigga wanted to run for president. I feel like this is the year where I really could appreciate Kanye as an artist. And like you said, compared to Drake, who's just rapping on a 2-track, this nigga had the choir. Kanye had, Mike Dean on, on the guitar. Like he was spazzing.
On the guitar, on the synth.
Yeah, for real.
Nigga Mike was cooking.
So I don't got too many thoughts on there. It was dope.
Scale of 1 to 10.
The Kanye side of it, 9.
Why not the 10? What was it missing?
Well, I mean,
9 is damn near close. What about it?
Because 10 is like on some Yeezus level. You feel me? When he was on the floating state, or that was Life of Pablo, but he was on the floating state. Like I've seen 10s. He's done 10s before.
He was up there still.
Yeah, okay. So that's my 10.
Mask on doing that shit.
And I think 9 is not that it's because it's the craziest performance, but just what it means, like to see Kanye still like in form and playing his old shit back. It's just so nostalgic, bro. Like, and then that's why the Drake one gets like a 3.5.
Damn.
Cause you got All Falls Down, Touch the Sky, Jesus Walks, Father Stretch My Hands. Like everything he's playing is just it's just bigger than life.
It's bangers.
And then Drake just comes with Girls Like Girls and Way Too Sexy, and it's just like, bro, maybe if that was standalone, it would have been cool, but
yeah, it wasn't busting.
no awareness.
Nah.
Just no awareness. But I heard Kanye actually wanted him to only perform
Oh, for real?
Certified Lover Boy. And then
so?
it was that
then he should have said no to that shit. What the fuck?
I don't know if that's true, but there was that funny ass meme on Twitter.
wouldn't have done it.
It was like Kanye like winking. He's like, yeah, play CLB. I'm just gonna play some light shit off of Donda. But y'all got any further thoughts on that?
What they gonna do with the bread? Was my nigga Larry getting free? Like what niggas
Niggas
about to
making
do
jokes.
with
They
that?
said his time about to get extended because of the Drake
That's
set.
fucked up. Nah, that's fucked up.
That's a fool. Nigga serving life. Yeah, that's a fool. That's a fool. They gonna lock up his son, nigga.
But
that's a wreck.
I actually heard it's dangerous. Like the way that people are, copping the merch and shit, the free Larry Hoover shit. People were saying, in certain areas, if you wear that, that's actually a danger to your public safety, especially to like rival gangs and everything.
I can't speak on that.
I can't
speak on that.
Fuck what them niggas talking
nah,
about, bro.
just
That
imagine-
nigga's
over here,
niggas not worried about him being a gang member, bro. The nigga is no one deserves to be in prison for that long, bro. Niggas is
fact.
bugging.
No, that's a
not
fact.
in the American prison system. Niggas is bugging, bro.
Okay, so let me
That's
ask
a
you.
bigger
Right?
conversation
Let me
on
ask you.
both
I'm
Right?
talking decades.
Nigga,
Cat
life.
Williams, like Cat Williams and fucking My Wife and Kids, nigga. Decades, nigga. That's a
just
force.
life, bro.
That's a force.
No, it's an interesting stance because think about it like this, right?
Interesting.
I'm taking Larry Hoover out of this. I don't even know enough about his situation to even speak on it. But
Larry Hoover.
let's just say that there was somebody in our community.
I knew you just did that. I was wondering, why this nigga do that?
Let me bring up a hypothetical, right? Say there was somebody in our community who we knew. And I'm not speaking on Larry Hoover no more, but it's just hypothetical. We knew that he was responsible for the death. Say we had 2 friends in our friend group, bodied.
Damn. Who
Feel
is
me?
it?
Casualty of gang violence,
Who is
bro.
it?
It don't matter.
Yeah, man, nah, dude.
That's crazy.
It do a little
Oh shit, nigga! Wow.
I was wondering, like, who is this
I mean,
most likely to happen to?
I don't want to speak. Why would I even want to speak that into existence?
Because that's the thing. Because I don't know, bro. My reaction might be a little different depending on how much I fuck with them niggas, bro. I don't
It's
know.
two people that you really rock with. It's two people you really rock with. That
Alright.
person was responsible for it. Maybe indirectly, directly, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And the judge says, yo, those people, he's getting life for that.
Nah.
So,
Alright.
even 40 years from now, would y'all be okay with that man being free after he killed y'all best friends?
I don't know
Yes,
if 40
for sure.
years is like for real, but
I would, for sure. Fuck, I look like being mad at a nigga for 40 years.
I mean,
it's
some
not even being
people
mad
will
no
say
more.
like
It's just holding them, I guess, quote unquote, accountable.
that life is invaluable.
He gonna do it again?
You can never bring it back.
That's facts. But at the end of the day, like, just because I can't bring those people back doesn't mean that this person's life needs to be like execute the nigga if you gonna do that. That shit don't add up. It's about reform.
Yo,
it's
I'm pretty
about,
sure
I don't know. That's the way I look at it.
I'd
I look
have
at it
life
as like,
in prison than be executed. Actually, maybe not.
I was about to say, I look at it as like reformation. You know what I mean? I want to see niggas do better. You feel me? So it's like, you can't do better if you're just in prison all your life.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck you gonna do?
What about a rapist?
I can't even
A
speak on
rapist is then just in prison for their whole life?
Yeah,
I feel like in the
raping
American...
children and shit.
Damn, they're a pedophile? But
Yeah.
like, damn. I feel like if you're someone that's in prison, right, in the American prison system, that if we're talking about like rehabilitation, and we're talking about making people, you know what I mean, like actually like, you know what I mean, pay for their crimes, whatever, then it's like, all right, you could put them in there, but at the end of the day, what they gonna learn from being in there and getting beat up in there and being fucking abused by the system in there? What do you learn from that? Oh, I don't want to go back there. So you won't get caught next time. Good. All right.
That's valid.
I think crimes
Like in-
that extreme. Fuck even jail, nigga. Torture them niggas. That's what's really
Torture.
Nigga,
Shit,
jail is
That-
torture.
No, but I'm talking. It is. You are right. You
That's
are
what I'm
right.
saying. Like the way the
But,
prison
like,
system works, that shit is torturous.
That's tough.
So I'm saying if you want revenge, then send the niggas to prison. But if you want like the community itself to heal, then why are you not trying to rehabilitate
Like, nah,
niggas?
I know somebody killed my moms or somebody.
Like,
on some just
that's
foul
what I'm saying.
shit,
I'm
like,
saying if that was
I
your
don't want
mom,
them sitting in jail and then eating the meal a day. Having somewhat some
Nigga
people call
said,
peace and solidarity
that
to
sludge is
themselves.
still too good for
It's
y'all.
like I want that nigga literally physically tortured every day.
I feel you.
Honestly,
You like that.
bro.
And
That ass.
and
Nigga, how long do you want that
can
nigga?
you can hold those feelings, but for how long? Knows what I'm saying. This nigga, like we're talking about Larry Hoover, nigga been in jail for 40 years, damn near.
Yeah, facts.
So it's like,
And I'm not comparing
this
him
point-
to a pedophile. Like
We're
that's
past
just
the
an
Larry Hoover
extreme.
shit.
Yeah,
We're past
yeah.
that shit.
if it's
not
just an
yeah.
example, even so, like 40 years later, like what now? Like the trauma still exists in the community. Is the community
I hear you
healed?
because you shouldn't let that person have that much power over you.
That's what I'm saying.
You
And
gotta
having
move on
that-
eventually.
And that nigga's not even the problem. Like, now by the time that nigga's been in jail for 40 years, there's a whole new crop of pedophiles, nigga. And a lot of them niggas is getting away with it. Most of them niggas are still getting away with it.
That's a fact.
So what is that gonna do for the community?
I
What's that
think
gonna
it's
do
just-
for niggas? Like, you know what I mean?
It just highlights the flaws in our jail
still
system
fucked
because
up.
like the jail system not meant to rehabilitate at all. Because if that was the goal, 40 years is enough. Like you would
40
think
years. More than enough.
more than enough. Like you would think
Damn
all
nigga,
it takes 10
half your
years,
life,
bro.
nigga.
You know,
'Cause
like
That shit's
and like
fucked up.
say it's like if it is like a pedophile, right? Like that nigga deserves, like, you know what I mean, whatever like punishment that the person who is like the most impacted, I guess, like feels like is right, whatever. There's like laws in place, you know what I mean, and then like the jury can like, or the judge can decide the sentence, whatever. But it's like at the end of the day, what does that do for the people that have already been like molested? You feel me? Like, how are you working to help them? You feel me? Like, sending somebody to prison not gonna change what they did. It's not gonna change like the
went
impact of
through,
their
yeah.
actions. So now it's like you should be caring less about punishing the person who did it. You should
more
be
so
caring
helping the
more about
person.
exactly like uplifting the person who, and I mean rehabilitating even that trauma that they've experienced. You
and
feel
I
me?
think I mentioned this before on the podcast for sure, but
Shit.
like I remember when I went to Dubai, how my driver was just
Flex.
explaining to me.
Facts.
Just a light one.
I went to Dubai and my driver.
Nah,
You know.
he was just explaining like the difference with the criminal
Them
system
niggas
out
don't play
there.
over there.
And the thing is, because of their criminal system and how they deal with it compared to us, their crime rate is so much lower. So for example, if you steal something, they're gonna cut your finger or they're gonna cut your
they don't
hand
play.
off.
That's the shit I'm talking about.
You
nigga.
rape somebody, like mutilate you. No more dick, no more
Is the
problem.
crime rate lower, or is the like the confession rate lower? Or
Incident,
the rate
like
of,
reporting, whatever.
Yeah, in fact, or like the rate of people getting caught for the crimes.
Yo, I
lower.
think people don't even try it, bro. I really do feel like the rate is low because
But
you get too many
You have to
chances.
understand though, their
Dubai?
culture is a little different though,
I was
because
about to say.
it's also rooted in religion as well. Our government is separate from.
You know them
The
niggas
church.
be fucking.
You
You
feel
know them
me?
niggas be
Like-
forcing it.
What you mean?
You know them niggas be forcing it with the sexual assault, bro. That shit gonna be that way.
Oh,
That's-
who's them niggas?
I'm sure
You
like
talking about America, you
there's
talking about-
people
I'm
that
talking about niggas in Dubai.
Oh.
they
Niggas in general.
I'm sure there's people that they, you know, side eye and don't let it slide with, you know, if they got a certain power and position.
Maybe
But
not, though. I don't
the
know.
point is like he was trying to make is that people take risks and commit these crimes in America because they know that A, there's a chance that they can get away with it. And two, if they do get caught, you just gotta have the right lawyer and you might never have to even face those charges.
White.
And that's
Yeah,
and
no bullshit.
Yeah,
America
another-
kind of
Casey
fucked up
Anthony?
for that. We
Ain't
need to
that-
turn that shit
yeah, like
around.
what?
We need to change that because it's like this in most other countries, but it's not like innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent. We need to turn that shit around. I fuck with that. Guilty until proven innocent is some real shit. No bullshit. Cause a lot of niggas do be guilty.
Nigga, not for us, nigga. Bro,
Not for, all right, not for niggas,
You feel me?
sure, but the way,
Yeah,
but
hell
also,
no,
but,
nigga.
but for niggas, it's like that anyway. Because the majority of niggas
That's
that
true.
go to
You
prison,
damn right.
niggas in
Yeah,
there for
that's
plea
fact.
deals anyway, bro.
I'm already
So
guilty.
that shit don't even matter. You feel me? I'm
damn
talking
right.
about if it's gonna be fair, it's gonna be fair. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas like they get accused of shit, and it shouldn't be like, oh, if I have the right type shit, like you're saying, it should be like, nah, I need the right shit now. It's not like I can get by, I can slide by. It's like, nah, nigga. Like at the end of the day, like niggas are treating me like I did this shit, so I really have to like prove that I didn't do it. Otherwise, I can't live my life. Instead of, oh, like, I mean, punishment won't be that bad regardless because of who I am. Or like, you know what I mean? As long as niggas say the right stuff, my sentence, it'll be alright. Type shit. Fuck that. Fuck wrong with niggas. Why is America like this, bro? America backwards, bro. What the fuck? What
No,
niggas
no,
doing
no,
here?
for
What
sure,
the
like-
fuck, fuck this country, bro. What the fuck niggas doing here,
It's
bro?
a relatively young country, nigga.
Nigga, this is an
Fucked up.
empire,
Shit's not
bro.
right,
Yeah, nah.
Break the walls down, nigga. Rebel. Burn the buildings, bro. Burn all this shit down, bro.
Because I was watching the recent episode of Power Book 2 and like the what's his fucking name, bro?
I didn't think he was gonna say that.
Method Man is on the show and he plays like he's kind of like a crooked lawyer. And like he's a private like lawyer, so you gotta pay him. And like he even talks about to his, you know, assistant, like, yo, we like it when these people are repeat offenders. That's how we get paid.
Oh man.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's lawyers who get paid for you coming back with crimes. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
man.
it feeds so many families for people to commit crimes in America. But imagine if you knew that, like, yo, if I steal this Skittle bar, I might get my finger chopped off. You're not even trying it, bro.
Yo, that's so
You
wild
not. It might seem mad extreme, and it is extreme. And I don't know what the solution is or what the perfect, answer is.
Who would we say is extreme, nigga? We can't even have that saying some bullshit.
I'm not saying like, yo, it's all relative to our culture. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? To us, it's extreme. To them, it's like, yo, well, that's why we don't have
Don't
crime
steal,
rates like,
nigga.
yo,
You feel
yeah,
me?
facts.
Yo,
They
I'm
look-
about to go to America and run up a bag, nigga. Y'all niggas can steal over there.
y'all out there scamming your government, like,
They're like, nigga, if I got caught back home, nigga, I lost a hand. If I get caught here, I go to nigga. You think I'm getting caught?
y'all think niggas trying the PPP loans if they knew like
We're not speaking on that.
you just see mad niggas in the hood.
I think talking about some other shit.
You see
I don't
mad
think
niggas
so.
in the hood wearing hooks.
Candyman. Damn.
Like, oh shit, you too?
Yo, it'd be just like the movie, nigga. No bad
Deadass.
Candyman, no bullshit, bro.
Oh shit.
That's a fuzz. Like I too are Candyman, nigga.
Let me segue
How we
this
get
out.
him?
Dead
Oh,
ass
from
nigga.
Kanye. We
nah,
got him from
yeah,
Kanye,
from
bro.
Larry-
What the fuck?
So I'm not gonna say either free Larry Hoover or not, but all I know is, yo, at this point, that man is
free
not
that
a
nigga,
threat
man.
to society. Let him live
The
the
old
rest of his
man.
life with his family,
Free
bro.
Larry.
I think,
What's his
I think
name?
that's more than
Larome?
fair, bro.
What's
But,
his name?
I don't know, Larry, man.
Larry. His actual name is Larry.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I
All right,
don't
free
know.
my nigga.
But-
Free my nigga L, man.
Yo, you know who they're giving? They taking no prisoners with? This nigga Travis, man. Your nigga Jaquise, bro.
My nigga. Why you doing that? Like, it's like,
with him?
Jaquise Webster,
I still
bro.
listen to his music. I'm still a fan of that nigga, bro.
Is it Jockey? I thought it was Jock.
Jacques.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jock.
Jacques.
Oh, Jacques.
Jacques Webster.
My
a
bad,
nigga.
Jacques. Stay up.
Jockey.
Keep your head up,
nigger
Jacques.
boy.
Keep your head up, Jacques. Yo,
Jacques.
he just had a recent interview with Charlamagne the God, and you know he's covering the whole Astroworld tragedy, and
Still don't
He's-
understand why he got Charlamagne, bro.
yeah, y'all niggas talking about he was the right. Charlamagne was the wrong person to interview
Yeah,
with,
Charlamagne's not a journalist, bro.
He need to get
but
a
he's
white
growing
person.
to become that, bro.
Yeah, he got his own show and shit. He need to get a.
But
He need a
like-
white person, bro.
Yeah, like, bro, he's trying to save face for his brand, his company. You gotta fuck with the whites.
Anderson Cooper.
But doesn't that like come
Even
off
Even
as
Wolf
just
Belts. What's his name? Wolf Blatzer, whatever.
Wolf Blitzer.
Wolf Blitzer.
Why the fuck would Wolf Blitzer ever?
I don't know, bro.
That is a political pundit, bro.
I'm hit. That's what you gotta get to. If you can't get Anderson, because Anderson Cooper's like a step down, I feel like, from Wolf whatever.
No,
I think Wolf is bigger than him.
No.
He's not?
Nah.
Bro, who's bigger than Anderson Cooper, bro?
So then, okay, so why is Anderson Cooper okay, but he's not?
Because Anderson Cooper has interviewed people beyond like politics, bro.
So I was Wolf.
Who?
Even fucking Larry King is a good example. That
Bro,
nigga retired.
hey, bro. At the end of the day, I think it just comes off as
I thought he
insincere if it's with like
up. That
anybody
nigga
else.
retired.
He might be dead, actually.
I was saying
Larry
King.
Larry King is alive, bro.
Oh,
You violating, bro.
I was like, that nigga might be dead.
Is he?
That nigga's dead, bro. I think that nigga's dead, bro.
Yo, bugging, bro.
Nigga died on January 23rd,
Exactly.
2021. Nigga been dead for a year, nigga. You're bugging. That's a rest in peace.
No
that nigga
bullshit.
Larry King.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Larry King. I confused him with
Larry
David.
Hoover,
David.
You talking about the other old nigga?
The one with the long ass
Yeah,
beard.
I know you talking about. Fuck.
Oh, the nigga from the Late Show.
Yeah. Late night with David. No, it's not David.
It's not
I don't even
David.
know if
I
it's
think his name is David something. I
You
know
got,
you're
you got
talking about.
Stephen Colbert. You got fuck him. Whatever.
It
Fuck
don't
all
matter.
niggas. Yeah.
Yo, did y'all believe Jacques'
Why you keep
apology,
doing that,
bro?
man? You don't know that nigga to be called that nigga.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna call him what his mama call him.
Alright.
Mama
Do I
call him
believe
Jacques,
it?
so I'ma call him Jacques.
Nigga, do I believe it, bro? I don't give a fuck about any of these niggas, to be honest with you. Like, at the end of the day, he gotta do what he gotta do to save face. And I think that's what he's trying to do. Was it with the right person
it's
to
Larry
do with
David.
Charlamagne? It is Larry David.
Yeah.
It is Larry David. It's not?
It's definitely not. Larry Davis, nigga that made Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Damn, nigga, you
And
fucking me up, bro.
Seinfeld.
This nigga be throwing names out. I just co-sign that shit, bro.
Alright, but yeah.
But
How do you feel about this whole situation, bro?
Bro, I really think he should have just kept his mouth shut, nigga. No bullshit, handle that shit in court, nigga.
David Letterman.
There you go. Let him.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like he shouldn't have said shit. Just handle your shit. Handle your business. Nigga, Drake already dropping the Grammy shit. Nigga doing a Larry Hoover benefit concert and shit, bro. All you had to do was just stay silent, bro.
Stay quiet.
And you would have been smooth, bro. Because
Don't
the
say
loss,
nothing.
it's not like the lawsuit's going to vanish because you're talking in front of a camera, nigga.
Because what are they saying now? The families came out like, oh, the interview is disrespectful, it's
Yeah.
distasteful. So you giving niggas
Because people
more
are saying
space
that he's
for, like,
flipping the script.
Yeah, he's
and
trying to make it seem like he's a victim.
take the blame.
And it's not like he's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like he hasn't, suffered trauma at the hands of the events in general. But it's like, my nigga, you're not the victim. You know what I mean?
Of course
He's
not.
still
Like,
alive.
so it's like, because we're not interviewing the survivors. We're not interviewing the families of the people that died. You feel me? So it's like, why are we interviewing you? You one of the last people we want to hear from, if we being honest.
That's not true. He's the first person I want to hear from in this situation.
I wouldn't want to hear from
It
him.
doesn't
because
mean that
because
it's
what-
necessary. And what I will say is, I'm not gonna say he's the victim, but
Yeah, because he's not.
he's
No
got
bullshit.
a point, bro. Like, it's not his responsibility, bro. I'm still
If it's
on
me-
that. I'm still on that boat that like the people who should really be getting dragged is that production team, bro. Because at the end of the day, the artist gives you that job to make sure that shit like this doesn't happen,
You saying he hired them?
No.
bro.
But
His team hires him. Live Nation, like you know what I
Sound
mean?
like it's his fault. Not gonna lie to you.
is that aspect of it valid? Yes. But at the end of the day, what I've been standing on is the moment he knew this shit was over capacity, which he did know.
Beforehand.
Yes, we-
we all
Before it even
knew.
started.
We all saw the videos.
Before
Everybody
it even
saw that.
started. It's only
Oh.
supposed to hold 20,000 people. How many were there?
Niggas was breaking in, yeah.
50,000? You should have canceled it. You should have been
and-
like, this is you can't do that.
And he's not even holding himself accountable for that.
That's where he fucked up. in my opinion.
He's not holding himself
I think that's
accountable
where
for
he fucked
anything.
up.
That, yeah.
That's where he fucked up.
If it's me and I'm
Because
Travis,
that is one thing he's solely responsible for. You had to, once you find out that people are breaking through, like breaking
And
in.
you're encouraging it because, like, yeah, like,
That's a
storm through the
safety-
gates. It's like, yeah, it's a safety hazard. It's literally
Facts.
double the amount of people supposed to be there.
he could have easily
can't do
been.
that.
He could have went in front of the camera and said, not gonna lie.
Postpone it.
There's a lot of no. I'm talking about on the Charlamagne joint.
Oh.
He could have easily been like, there was a lot of shit that went wrong that day. You know what I mean? And I definitely think that me and my team can take responsibility for these specific things and lay them out. Be like,
Yeah, absolutely.
one, the event itself being over capacity. You know what I mean? And not shutting it down. 2, focusing on like the different types of imagery that he had surrounding the actual event. You know what I mean? See you
I
on
don't know how I feel
the
about
see
that
you
one.
on the other
Yeah,
side
yeah,
shit
yeah.
was
What?
that's the see you on the other side shit is a force. I'm not gonna
Is
lie
it
to you.
though?
Yes, because basically what you're saying is it's like you enter into this world and it's like a different world, like no holds barred type shit. Do what you want, and I feel like that's not okay.
How do you get that from?
Yeah, where did you get no holds barred? I think it just
I'm talking
means
about
like,
it's like
See you on the other side.
of this experience.
I
But
wouldn't
that's what I'm
take.
saying. No,
I'm
it's
trying to
saying
understand how
on
you
the other
interpret
side.
it that way.
It's like the gates, like when you as you walk through his mouth, right? Like
Yeah.
as you going into like a festival or whatever. He's saying like on the outside world, whatever. But once you come in here,
It's a different rules, different
exactly.
playground type shit.
Everything.
I still don't
is
get
what
that
you
from
make it.
that phrase.
All right, you might not get that.
No, I'm just trying to say
You
how
might
do you
not get that,
though?
but then there's fans talking about will we survive, holding up signs and shit when they're at the festival. Niggas didn't write that shit out. You can't bring markers in the festivals, nigga. I've been there. You can't do that shit. I mean, you can, but like niggas gonna check your bag. Whatever.
Wait, he's selling signs that say "Will we survive"?
No, he's not selling it. I'm saying they made the sign and brought it in. So
okay.
niggas know what type of time it is when they're going in there. They're expecting that, and that's
So
partly due
is there a
to the
level
persona
of
that he brings up.
accountability to the people who are attending these events too?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying he could easily be like, these are my fans though. They're not acting like
'Cause
this
what
for no
about the
reason.
people who are-
I encourage this type of behavior. I just didn't think it would get this far. I apologize for that. It's not that fucking hard. No bullshit. Like that's really
true.
not that difficult.
That's true. That's
Because that's
true.
not even being like it's all my fault. None of that. It's like no, you're taking
But
accountability
he
for
may
the shit.
not legally be able to say that.
Maybe not, but that's the problem though. Is
And that's why he shouldn't be doing the interview.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Is
That's
if
why you shouldn't be doing
if
the
you're gonna be
interview.
going in front of cameras and talking about it, you have to hold yourself accountable. Otherwise, you're just bullshit.
It's
And
just
that's
a
what people
worse
feel.
look.
That people
Yeah.
sense that.
Yeah.
And that nigga is so not fucking
Articulate.
at
No
all,
bullshit.
bro.
Yeah, he's
I-
struggling.
I was trying to count the amount of times he said, you know, bro. I
Yeah,
lost
he
count.
not-
This
he-
shit was ridiculous,
He's
bro.
not the most articulate dude in the world. But I
That's
still fuck with him though.
No, I mean, I hope he recovers
He'll
from
get
the
back. He'll
situation.
be okay.
And
He
it's
will
so
recover.
corny
He definitely
how
will
all
recover.
these corporations are pulling out with their brand deals with him, and they're
Yeah,
trying
facts.
to
I mean,
save face
that's the
too.
world
But
we
it's
live
like
in now, though,
you don't
bro.
really even care. But that's the problem. I really do not fuck with any of these corporations who pull out of things
Not
because
fucking with Anheuser-Busch no more for not making the cacti. I'm not fucking with y'all.
I mean,
fuck around with y'all niggas.
I don't really care about the cacti.
That shit
but
was busting.
It goes beyond to like even when I mean it's
not
fuck
with-
the baby, but like still when all these concerts were following suit and like
Oh,
pulling
I
out
know
and
what the
everything.
nigga was talking about real
Nah,
quick,
I'm just
bro.
saying it's just corny when you see shit like that because they don't actually care about the people who are being affected by these situations. They just trying to protect their bottom line, and that's more evil than anything.
And I think that's what's also evil about what Travis is doing too. Because he's also trying to protect his bottom line, which is bread and his image. And I'm like, bro,
image,
honestly,
yeah.
just cool it, bro. Just stay out of the public eye for a while, bro.
Did you believe him when he said he's a man of God?
Who
Yeah,
might have told him he's not?
I believe anybody when they say that.
Yeah, if you say that
the
shit,
problem
you're publicly
is-
claiming you're a man of
except for-
God. he
except for
probably
Drake.
is.
Yep.
Because it's like,
He ain't say it though.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, a couple name drops.
But it's just like, the only reason, I don't know, but it's just like, you can say all that shit you want, but that's not gonna bring those people back though. At the end of the day, you feel me?
No,
It's
but
the same-
that answer came out of the question. I think he was like, Charlamagne was like,
Yeah,
oh,
do
like
you
the
think
the satanic
satanic shit,
imagery
yeah.
and all that. Which I think that's still kind of wrecked.
I'm a
The
man.
fact that
of
niggas was
God.
trying to say like, oh, like it's some ritual shit. It's like, yo.
But again,
it's wild.
regardless of the ritualisticness of it, or you know what I mean, he still is someone that like promotes that type of behavior at his shows. So it's like take accountability, but he can't probably. You see what I'm saying?
All right, but how you gonna say this and then literally 40 minutes ago we're listening to Playboy Cardi going crazy and you're like, yo, that shit is mad fucking lit.
I was saying that the performance was lit.
No, you was also
said that it
saying
was-
how the crowd was going crazy to it was lit.
They were saying the words. I said that was lit. You were saying that them jumping up and down and shit was fire.
No, I said
And
them
then you were
niggas look
saying-
like fucking sardines packed up. Them niggas look not like that was not wavy
I don't
at
know.
all.
I wasn't
Standing
saying
in the,
that. I was saying that them knowing every word was lit though, and that they're singing along. And he doesn't even have to say any words. That's fire. Because it was in comparison to the Kanye shit. That's the reason
Yeah.
why we even started watching those videos in the first place.
I hear you.
I still think that's fire. Would I go to a Playboy Cardi concert? It probably stink in there. No. But would I,
I mean,
like...
we were there. Does
I
it
mean,
stink?
I didn't. Oh, we.
Tomo said it was smelling crazy in there, though.
Different energy. I feel like whole lot of red versus die lit. It's
Tomo
a
said
whole
it
nother
smelled
level.
crazy.
I don't know.
But I'm going to just say that, you know what I mean, as far as, like, all
It'll
the
get
shit
sweaty
goes,
in there though.
hopefully,
That
niggas don't use this as an excuse to, like, you know what I mean, start demonizing performers and shit. Because I feel like that's what I've seen a little bit.
Yeah, we did have
I
that
do think
conversation.
it should be used as an opportunity for like festivals and like people that are like concert like promoters and stuff to take more caution and more precautions when it comes to like setting up your shows. Like these are people's lives that you know what I mean you're holding when they're entering into your space. You're liable for that shit. Take care. You know what I mean? Make sure that niggas aren't getting hurt while you're there. And if they are, then you have a plan for that shit. And like make sure that everyone's aware of that plan as much as you can. But don't use this as an excuse to like stop having performers perform, you know what I mean, and doing their thing when they're on stage. Cause that's the reason why niggas even leaving their crib to see these niggas, you know what I mean? And paying this money to see this. They want to see like the best performance they can. And if they're not pulling up to see these artists perform, if they're not ready for that shit. You know what I mean? And if they're not ready, then again, like that's like you said, that's on the people that are there. Cause I'm talking about like even that day in Vegas, like I'm seeing like these short ass girls in there, and I'm like, damn, you about to get lit up in here. Don't start elbowing me because other niggas are pushing you around. That's on you. You didn't have to be here. You could have moved out. But I think what promoters need to do and what festivals need to do is create like a solid like entry and exit plan for people. Cause like half of the niggas that was there wasn't trying to see Doja Cat. They was trying to see Don Toliver. So it's like Don Toliver right before Doja Cat. So it's like if you want to see Doja Cat, you got to be at the front. Or you got to be like closer to the front because all them Don Toliver niggas probably gonna kill you back there.
It's mad funny because I think they're complaining about that shit at the Lollapalooza shit. I think Cardi shit is either right before or right after I think Miley Cyrus.
You feel me?
And there are people talking about like, that transition is crazy because like, the people who are there for her
gotta do a better job.
I'm not ready for that shit.
Do a better job of creating your performance list and performance order, but also making sure that people have like a solid entry and exit plan.
That's real.
Do that, but don't stop niggas from performing though. That's not wavy.
Yeah, it's a lot of hypocrisy. But hopefully, you know, he can make it through. Yeah, bro, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. A couple months from now, we're not even going to be talking about this. So that's just really how it always is.
Stream Mafia?
Nigga, what?
The song. He's talking about the song.
Oh, no. I don't know, because like, I don't really have much like...
By who?
Travis Scott and J. Cole.
I do not. That song dropped?
Yeah, that song's out. That song's hard.
It's with the other song. It's like the 2-pack.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't listen to that shit.
Escape Plan and Mafia.
Yeah,
what? That's just fire.
I didn't listen to that shit.
Still far enough for
how
the
you
niggas that can't be
feel
around it.
about us taking an L?
We took an L.
No, we didn't take no L's.
Who's we?
Oh, this nigga wildin'.
We ain't take no L's.
Who's we?
I see where he's going.
Oh, nigga, we wasn't even nominated.
No,
Nigga.
I'm joking. Hey, so this past Wednesday.
Wait, so was it like open to everyone or like you specifically were invited to that event?
You could buy tickets.
How much were the tickets?
Nigga did not read the chat. It was 20 bills.
Man.
Okay. So yeah, we're talking about the Boston Music Awards happened this past Wednesday, and a lot of you know talented artists were recognized, and I think
talented people.
Super dope. Explain the history a little bit about it to anybody who doesn't know the significance of an event like this for a city like Boston.
The Boston Music Awards was founded in 1987. It's an award ceremony that's hosted each year since then in order to honor the artists that are doing their thing in Boston from all different genres. It started off as a way to recognize like a lot of folks that are doing a lot of rock and roll and some pop stuff. Over the years, as other genres such as R&B and hip hop started to emerge as like the front runners in like the culture, or at least as like prominent figures in the culture, it expanded to those. We've seen folks such as like New Kids on the Block, Bobby Brown, you know what I mean, the Dresden Dolls, fucking what's it called, Aerosmith.
Aerosmith's from Mass?
Yeah.
From Boston. You didn't know that?
Nah.
Damn, you're not hip. No bullshit. Get hip. No bullshit.
You never like what's the nigga's name? Steven Tyler. You never knew that? Really?
Nope. I don't even know what that is.
What? Nigga, what?
Keep on.
Tripping. But I don't know, bro. Every day something comes out about you, bro. I'm just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know how you make it this far without knowing these people, man. These niggas real niggas. But fucking Steven Tyler's not a nigga. But
I'm about to say, nigga, hold yourself accountable to what you say, nigga.
You can't say nigga. But you know what I mean? We've seen notable acts do this, and it's usually the Boston Music Awards has been seen as a stepping stone for folks to take the next step in their career, taking it from, you know what I mean, local to industry level. They also have acknowledgments for folks that are further and deeper into the industry and further along in their careers or like bigger by separating the categories. In the past, they've done things like industry album of the year or industry like, what's it called, like record and like record of the year and separating those categories.
And this year they did like,
by streams.
1 million streams plus.
Yeah. So it's like song of the year, 1 million streams, and then song of the year, you know what I mean, under that. You feel me? Or more local level.
All right.
And you know what I mean? It's been dope. So Boston Music Awards, fire.
I'll say
they've also expanded it to music journalism as well, which is important for this next part that we're gonna get into.
All right, so I got 3 big takeaways, right? I seen Bia win some awards.
Bia.
She wasn't there though, right?
She was not there, but she won Song of the Year.
Shout out Bia.
Whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
Shout out Bia, man.
They were singing that shit at Day in Vegas though.
And then my second biggest takeaway. Shout out Van Buren. They won big.
Shout out
They
Van Buren.
They won album of the year
and
for
video of the year, right?
Yeah, they did win video of the year for Cole. The album of the year was for the joint they did with Aziz the Shake.
Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
My thing,
Aziz also won producer of the year too.
Oh word, that's dope.
Be a shit. Yeah, no bullshit.
Didn't Bad for Press drop last year too?
Yeah.
I think Bad for Press is a better album than Black Wall Street.
I feel like Black Wall Street is more of an EP in my opinion. I feel like I agree with you. I also know that Bad for Press was given one of the top 25 hip hop albums of the year by NPR. Yeah.
NPR, that's a big look. Like shout out to them for real. They deserve that. And
Facts.
yeah, so that's
You know,
why I was a
NPR
little
was also
confused
founded
because
here?
a win.
Yes, actually.
Really, I didn't know that. A win is a win, regardless. You know, they took album of the year, but I definitely think Bad for Press.
I'm gonna just interject though, because I also got to shout out Zola. You know what I mean? One song of the year for Easy and new artist of the year. That's
And what's
fire.
your relation there?
Zola was one of the former. She was one of the founding members of T Studios when it was B4 Records.
And that's where
That's
we're
where we
not
are
at.
right now.
We're not at.
But you know what I mean? That's where I work. You know what I mean? And Zola's fire.
That's why
So.
sometimes you just gotta sit back and let the nigga talk, man.
And-
I can't come
and
without
Too
also-
much information.
Shay Bands was nominated for that for new best new artist as
When
well.
did it win in that?
Zola.
It's a shame. I still
Oh,
yet to
yeah.
meet her.
And they both were founding members of T Studios. So
That's
that's
dope
fire.
as fuck. That's dope as hell. Nah,
Shout out to
it's
Zola.
gone
Shout out to Van Buren.
for sure.
Shout out to Notebook P for winning R&B Artist of the Year. Real
I hate
nigga.
you.
You feel me? Real nigga. Shout out to.
He's Asian.
He is
Oh, I
Asian.
thought you said I hate you.
Oh. Wow.
Yo, where's the smoke coming
You know what I
from?
mean? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout
Yeah,
out to
nah,
Bia.
for
Shout
real.
out to Aziz. Shout out.
Shout out to even the nominations and
Shout out the acronym people. What's the joint?
CWTSB.
CWTFB. Shout out to y'all for
Yeah.
winning the podcast of the
Nah,
year.
for
That shit
sure.
was fire.
For sure.
Yeah, just hard.
Yo, and I feel like you know who got snubbed this year too. One last comment was Colin, bro.
Oh, was it
Videographer of the year.
There was also
Who's
photographer.
videographer of the year?
Videographer, yeah. Nah.
I don't know if he got snubbed, but I definitely feel like he could have won.
Yo,
I just
to me-
recognize his name. I can't speak on other people.
But
that
that's
was
the
a
thing.
tough race.
I think the reason for me that he
Voted?
deserved.
You voted?
No.
Nigga, the fuck you talking about?
I didn't even know it was fan voted, bro. I'm not
Did you
even
click
gonna
on
hold
the?
you, bro.
What are you talking about?
I don't follow the.
He put the thing.
account,
They
bro.
all told you to vote for them. You didn't vote.
sorry, bro.
You talking about shout out Colin? You should have won, but you didn't vote
He
for
didn't
them.
even do
nigga.
nothing for it, man.
Yeah,
Come
you
on,
didn't vote
nigga.
for him.
Hey, bro.
That's wild.
Nigga.
At the end of the day, I think he should be recognized for the work he's done. Cause I'm not saying I don't know the winner. Shout out to you. You know I bet you do great work. But I just know that his projects stood out to me.
Facts.
The Oompa
Isn't
video,
Colin
the
only
LeBron.
21?
I don't know.
Isn't Colin like 21?
I'm not
I
even
never even met the
22?
nigga.
I'm not
But
sure.
that nigga
For real?
fire. Never.
That's
Or
We met him.
I don't think
I
did.
met him at
he was at the event
the
last
event
week.
with that Cash.
I didn't come
Performed it.
across.
You was talking to him.
You sure?
Was he not one of the white people that was like absorbing you? He was.
No,
he
no,
was.
he wasn't. No,
Absorbing.
it wasn't.
Absorbing.
Damn, bro, you can't just mix up white people like that.
I don't
bro.
remember. All I
I
remember,
don't remember.
all I
I
remember
didn't-
was there was three of them, and I wasn't paying attention.
didn't
I was
come
just
across
laughing
them,
at
nah.
that. Yves was blending in with them pretty well. I was like, wow, what's going on with this?
I'm a very social person.
Nah, Yves is
Fuck
really good at like
Nigga was
making people feel that he like cares about the things they're saying.
nigga. I do care.
You really do.
I care, bro.
With anybody you have a conversation
Bro.
with, it's all real vibes, bro.
Bro.
Or you thinking like in the back, like it's all calculated, bro? It's not calculated.
Nigga, I'm not you, nigga.
Don't do that. Because the thing is, I really won't like. You'll see if I'm disinterested.
Bro, listen,
I feel
man.
like you be like
Listen.
fake interested in shit, bro.
How the fuck you gonna say that? What makes
I
you
said
say that? Let me
I
ask you
feel
that. How
like-
about,
I said I
okay, let's
feel
expand
like,
on this,
bro.
bro. You my nigga,
I
right?
said I
Expand on this, bro.
feel like, bro.
Why do you feel that way, bro?
No. I feel like it's an advantageous, bro, to make sure that you develop as many relationships as possible,
I'm asking,
bro.
why do you feel that way?
Bro, because I just to me, I just can't imagine that you're you're that much invested
what
in
about me
every
makes you think
conversation
you
that you
can't
have. bro.
imagine that?
Yeah, what makes you
Because
think
they
you're
be
not invested?
strangers,
Answer
bro.
the question,
Because they be
bro.
strangers, bro.
Strangers not
Everyone's
interesting.
everyone's a stranger until I meet them, bro.
I hear
Oh,
you. I hear
shit.
you. But not every stranger is interesting, bro.
But I don't know that until I talk to them.
That's true.
I hear you, bro. And I talk to
true.
them
Half
too.
the niggas we met in this past year, they're
No,
strangers to me until I
But
talk
those
to them.
people specifically.
We're in this. What they do other creative things. These people are also creatives.
I hear you, bro.
How do I know them until I talk to them?
I hear you,
You
bro.
feel
What
me?
they do? Oh, it wasn't Colin. It was the other
They
girl,
do
the photographer.
photography, and, yeah, videography.
Yep.
And I guess business
I
management.
can
as well.
almost. I'm pretty sure Colin was in there.
So
But
point
Nah,
is,
he wasn't, he
man,
wasn't.
I fuck with people, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Niggas try to question me and shit.
I'm
like,
just saying. I'm
yeah,
just
nah, I
asking.
like
Yo,
talking
if
to
it's
people,
real,
man.
it's real.
It's real shit, man.
That's cool.
And if I'm not interested, halfway through, I'll make it clear. Like I'll make it clear, very, very clear. Like, yo, this is not the top I know anymore.
All right,
Like,
which
any
one of
further,
us
you
is
feel
most
me?
likely to get nominated for a Boston Music Award next year?
For what?
All of us.
For anything.
For all of us.
All of us for the podcast?
For
Yeah, bro.
any?
Niggas winning.
So you think,
outside of that,
the
as individuals,
podcast
as individuals.
is more likely to get nominated than any of us individually?
If we're gonna say most
I
likely,
agree, but I'm just saying, is that what you think?
Nah.
Just
If
to
we're just
clarify.
talking about music wise,
But it's not
bro,
just
you
music.
should have been nominated for fucking Human Guile, bro.
I agree.
Like, what the fuck? That's
Niggas
one of the
is not
best
fucking with me.
albums. Drop. Period, bro.
Niggas is not fucking with me. I feel you. It be
You
like
know?
that sometimes.
Bro.
But next
Nate,
year, we
if
gonna
you
run
want
it
your
up.
flowers, bro, like
That's not even what I'm saying.
I'm not saying you want your flowers. I want to give them to you, bro. You're one of the most talented artists I know, bro. And if y'all didn't check out the new remix he dropped,
yeah, in fact, that shit was fire.
Had the SZA. What's the song called?
I Hate You.
I Hate You.
From
Yeah.
SZA, yeah, remix. It's out.
Like I said, she can't drop the album until she hears that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, hopefully she hears it, man. You know what I mean?
Go tag SZA if you see the song.
Real shit. Do that shit.
It's actually a good song. Like
Yeah,
I was
facts.
vibing with that shit last night, bro. You know me, I love R&B. So
Niggas got the leaks before all y'all niggas, man.
that's a fact. We're a part of the council.
For the freestyles, for sure.
Damn.
Oh,
we
so
gotta
not the
level
real
up.
shit.
Oh,
Not
shit.
the real shit. He got other people for that
The
shit.
album.
I don't have a council.
it.
I don't have a council for the album. It's
Okay.
just me right now.
All right.
I gotta see. The freestyles is like the trial run. You know, it's not like I gotta see. I had to take someone off the council. The only person I actually had on the one, I had to take them off because I was like, damn.
I hear you. Yeah, no. To answer your question, I think it'd be you. I'm a part-time rapper, so
Damn.
What the fuck does that even mean, bro?
it means exactly what it means, bro.
No, what does that mean?
It means I don't do rap full-time,
Why
bro.
not?
Because it's not what I'm trying to do, bro.
So then why do it at all?
Because I still want to. That's an outlet for me. And that's the only purpose it serves. You feel me? Like, I'm not doing it.
Young Rob is not a rapper anymore.
No. I'm still a rapper.
This is my
bro.
first time hearing
Are
this,
you
bro.
a part-time podcaster?
Yo, no bullshit. This shit become a full-time job. Y'all need to get me out this bitch,
We got a
bro.
lot of things to talk
This
about.
nigga Rob is lit, bro. This
After
nigga
this
be editing the
episode.
podcast, bro.
Nah,
Nigga
y'all
be,
y'all
you know what I
taking
mean?
too much of my time, bro. Nah, it's dope. It's dope. I love all the love niggas is getting from the pod. So we
Nigga
gonna
be
keep the
uploading all
content
them
coming.
clips that y'all niggas be stealing and putting on your page and shit.
Yo, niggas is fucking hilarious, bro. Yo,
Real niggas.
but nah, yeah, bro. I have no issue saying that. You
Nah,
know?
this is news to me.
It's news.
I
to
know,
you.
this is my first
This
time
is
hearing
news
this.
to me,
Niggas
bro.
like,
This is news to
I'm
me,
thinking that
nigga.
niggas is rapping because nigga want to be one of the best, like biggest
I'm
and best
saying,
rappers
right?
out. Niggas said
This
it's
is
an
oh,
outlet of
shit.
expression. I'm like, oh shit, yeah,
bro.
nigga.
No.
Shit.
I've come to grips to that with that.
Damn, nigga.
that's just what my actions show,
This
bro.
nigga's 22
And not
years
that
old.
I guess
and
I'm
he
not,
can change.
entitled to that, but like, when was we gonna have that
change your
conversation, bro?
action.
Like,
When we can have that conversation?
that is like,
That's why the
you
nigga
feel
don't
me?
pay you for the beats. Nigga.
Clearly, right, nigga?
You get the splits, bro.
I'm
Don't do
thinking
that.
niggas to the stars. This nigga's like, I'm good right here.
No,
Nigga said,
it's
I'm
not. No,
cool.
not
Nigga
to say.
said we gonna be
Bro, I
nominated
could
for
still
the
be part time.
podcast.
I could still be part time and blow up.
That's facts.
And that shit switches. But like everything I'm doing is part time, bro. I'm
I don't know if I
balancing.
could agree with
I'm
that.
balancing
I don't think Clark
mad
gonna agree
shit,
with
bro.
that. I need
I
to
don't
take
give
a
a fuck
Clark
what
here.
Clark
man.
said, bro. Like, yo,
Clark gonna come on here again, bro.
And
He
the
about
thing
to
is,
be angry.
Yo, it works for Clark. But also,
Facts.
bro, like listen to what Clark is saying, bro. Like that nigga is going like he's on a road of like struggling until like he breaks through. And
That's
I'm
true.
just on a different boat. Like
Did he say that verbatim? He called it struggling?
he's saying he was
Did you listen
struggling.
to the
He-
album?
Bro,
That nigga definitely.
Nigga saying like
niggas
every
is- if it's not
song
financial
was
struggles,
made
it's like
because of
they were broke.
coming
yeah.
from
what you're
being
saying.
broke, bro.
That's what you're saying. I think
And
Even
like-
if it's
and
not
that-
financial struggles, it's still like
his
struggles
own
with
personal.
like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
I hear
It's
what
a
you're saying.
grind,
I hear what
bro,
you're
and that's just not Clark.
Niggas been
That's
in the
that's
hospital,
mad
everywhere.
artists, bro. How many artists like you hear about like yo they slept on their friend's couch for 2 years?
So my question is, right? Is it more so you don't want to go through that? You don't want to experience that? It's just you just don't care.
No, it's that I would be a fool, bro. And I realized it once there was a moment where like I'm going to all these events with y'all and I'm popping out and that's cool. But I would be like neglecting all the other blessings I have in my life and the paths that are put forth in my life if I just went down 40 to 60 hours a week doing music, bro. Because I'm not gonna get, not to say I'm not gonna get rich off music, but I have so
Not
many
allowed
ways
right
to get
now.
rich, bro.
I mean, is that the end goal to get rich?
The end goal is to be financially free and free my people, bro.
Okay, radius.
Okay.
And when I say free my people, I'm just talking about my
So I think
family,
some of his
my
intermediate
family and
type
friends,
shit.
bro.
I'm
Like
assuming.
the people I love. I want to make
Nah.
sure that they can pursue the goals that they want without having to feel financial burdens, bro. That's where I'm at. And music can still be an outlet throughout that. And music can grow to be
facts.
a bigger role when I'm financially free from everything. Because then I don't have to edit. I'll go pay someone to edit. I don't have to be studying for my accountant, bro. I don't got to do that shit. It's all that. You know what I mean? And then
I hear you.
my role at Blue Home Improvement, I do less.
And what is that?
My role in Blue
No,
Home
what is
Improvement?
Blue Home Improvement?
Blue Home Improvement is my construction company that I have with my stepfather.
Y'all heard that? But I'm saying, so then why not just fuck all the rap shit and just do
How you know
everything
it's
else that
not
you're doing
me?
full time?
Because I can do everything, bro. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like, bro, I remember there was a period last year, bro, where I was stressing where I was stressing because I felt like I had to eventually make a decision. Where like there was gonna be a fork in the road, and I would eventually, it's like, yo, it's either I do this or I do that, and I have to go all the way. And I had conversations with so many people, bro, to try to like make it make sense to me. And the conclusion that I came to is that, bro, I can balance everything. You feel me? Like I haven't worked a 9 to 5 for the past like year and some change, bro, other than my internship. But other than that, I've been grateful to have so many hours vacant to me, bro, where I'm still financially straight and I can still do everything. So I could still edit the podcast and I could still make music and record on the weekends and still balance having a relationship and doing the construction and studying for my thing. It's just all about discipline. You feel me? And I'm on the road to be the most disciplined person that I could be, bro. Because it's time, everything. And I'd be fooling myself. And I'd be doing a disservice to myself personally if I just dropped everything that I had on my plate, bro, and said, I'm only going to be writing music. I'm only going to be recording. And that's cool. Like, yo, for everybody who does that shit, that is what's up.
I mean,
but a lot of the times, bro, it's because that's their only option. They got, like, it's the back against the wall. This is how they're going to put food on the table. And I respect it. I'm just in a different position. And that's where I'm at.
We need to get Yves on there for producer of the year.
That's a fact.
We gotta get you or Tomo on there for producer of the year. I feel like it's more likely to be Tomo because you work with more people.
Yeah, I'm very selective. I'll say that. And I also move in my own time, which I understand has been, what do you call it? A clutch? Or is it a crip? Whatever you'll say. What's like what people say?
It's a crutch.
It's a crutch. Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean, actually, I don't even think a crutch is like an assistant.
That's what. Yeah, so
I don't even. It's just more like a liability.
It's
liability. Yeah,
whatever the case is.
Vince and them.
But nah, yeah. I mean, I'm not worried about any of that shit, man. I know life is good, man.
Everything that was meant for me and
shit,
that was meant for us is gonna come to us, bro.
That's a fucking.
That's
fact.
all I know.
If I'm not a bigger artist today, if I'm not a bigger artist by this time next year, I'm not rapping no more.
And there's no doubt you will be, bro.
I was about to say, how you not?
It depends. If I don't meet all my goals, I'm not rapping no more.
Personal goals.
I'm not rapping no more.
I feel you.
I will say,
don't rap.
You could be heavy on the marketing.
I could be heavy on the marketing.
Yeah.
I could go harder on the marketing.
Harder on the marketing, for real. For sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I thought,
Like, Human God should still be, like, in everybody's face.
You know, it all comes down to what you want to do and what you don't want to do.
I hear
and
you.
what you want people to do and what people can do and all this everything. You feel me? So,
and that's another thing.
Like
I don't want to do this shit full time. There's mad fucking hoops you gotta jump, bro.
Ain't that everything, nigga?
Yeah, but these hoops are some bullshit, bro.
a lot of bullshit.
These hoops are some bullshit, bro.
Like what, bro?
Playlisting, hitting, like.
But But then you could get in a point in your career where you got niggas who are taking care of all that for you. That's the point.
Still gotta do it at one point though.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't like performing. That's a hoop. I don't like doing that shit. Shit's weird.
Why? How?
Because I talked about this before many times. But I feel like performing is just like, it's like another form of just me, like as a person up for consumption. You know what I mean? That's fucked up.
And how many times you got to do that until you break
Facts.
the figurative glass ceiling?
Especially when there's niggas that are doing it without performing. So it's like, why would I want to do this? Like, performing is cool. Like, everybody sees me perform, they be like, oh, that shit was dope. It seemed like you enjoy doing that shit. But like, I don't.
Niggas like, no.
I'm not gonna turn down performance opportunities because I feel like at where I'm at right now, it's like I want to perform. Like, I'm just not gonna enjoy doing it.
Yeah. And the worst part of it,
you can't make me, nigga. Fuck y'all talking about.
And the worst part about it all, and
What did you say, nigga?
Nah, the worst part about it all, bro, is that like it'd be one thing if like talent was the number one factor in the music scene, but it's not, bro. It's a bunch of bullshit. Like, you feel me? Whatever's gonna hit is gonna hit. You feel? Cause I could be a part-time rapper, make one song that completely changes my life, and it be like that.
But the probability of it happening is lower because you're not constantly putting out music.
Sure.
Larry.
But and you know it's another thing too. I also love my relationship, bro, and I know my relationship would change if I became a touring artist, bro.
I was about to say, where you going with this? I hear what you're saying though.
You feel me?
Shit, I guess that's beautiful.
That's also like
that's some
that's
beautiful
some real shit. That's some real shit. That's a
Bring her
whole
with
that's a whole lifestyle change. But is that fair to that person?
I
That
was
person
about to
has
say,
she
no.
wants to.
Yeah,
If she wants to go.
What if she don't?
What if she don't?
Then she doesn't. Then I feel like you can
Is that
rearrange
fair?
your tour.
Is that fair for me to like drag that person along or not see that person for months on there.
Depends on whether or not they
So the
think it's
question
fair,
is-
right? Since it's, what if they don't want to go? What if they don't mind you
And
going?
I guess that's a good question to ask people. Are you willing to sacrifice your career for the one that really is the one? Not the one that you think is the one, not the one that you think
one
you
I
love,
know
but
is the
like the
one.
one for sure. That's your motherfucker right there. You
My
feel me?
partner, my
I've
life
already
partner.
exhibited many qualities that have leaned towards yes. I am willing to give it all up, but I will say
Damn, y'all
I am
make
a
me look
fool.
bad.
I am a fool.
You would drop yo.
I am a fool. So do not do what I say.
The thing is, I should never be in the position to have
Do
to
as I
choose
say,
between
not as
the
I
two.
do.
But
think it happens a
if
lot,
it
though, like-
naturally came up, yeah,
I
bro.
think a lot of
Yo,
relationships
you know
take a
niggas
little
die
hiccups
never
because of their
You know
careers.
people die like alone, bro. Like never having found love, bro. And for me to be lucky enough to be at like 21 years old and have found the person I
You're
really
22.
Get the fuck out of here.
I found the person when I,
I was like, yeah,
I
I was
found-
like,
yo,
I was like,
actually,
21.
I actually found him when I was
Right.
20, bro. You
I
feel
was
me?
gonna say that nigga just
That's
just
crazy.
decreased in age.
I think that's crazy. Yo, I actually forgot I was 22.
Yeah, we heard.
I was like, wait, because then after I said that, I was
Nigga
like, maybe he didn't
de-aged
find,
himself.
maybe he didn't realize he loved it until he was 21. But I was like, nah, he just didn't realize he's 22 years old.
But yeah. So, you know,
Shout out them 20 somethings.
I feel like the reason I don't even like having conversations
Oh,
like
scissor,
this
man.
is because like then Yves don't send me beats as frequently, bro. And I don't fuck with that.
you sent me 2 beats ever, bro.
Yo, you be like,
Bro,
oh,
I
he's
told
not
you
taking
what the
this seriously.
situation
then.
is, though.
Yeah,
He's got
Bro,
locked in
that's
for
it.
real,
that's
Bro,
bro.
I don't want to lock in with you, bro. I don't want to lock in with none of you producers, bro. Send me
Oh,
beats,
that's
bro.
another thing.
I'm not trying to
I
lock
hate
in, bro.
studio sessions.
I'm
bro.
not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to lock in, bro.
I
Send me
hate
the beats.
studio sessions.
No, but it's
That's
not
an-
even
like
I'll let y'all talk.
I
Go
would
ahead.
never, yo, I don't fuck with like, yo, spend 10
Guys are ready for the
hours right
argument.
here doing, nah, bro.
I don't fuck with
I don't-
cookups.
I'm not-
No,
no,
I don't
no,
fuck
no,
with
the thing
cookups.
is-
I
yeah,
fuck with studio
that's
sessions. I don't
fine.
fuck with cookups.
I fuck with
That's
mixing
fine.
sessions.
I want to sit there and at least
Yeah, I fuck with-
understand
I fuck with
where your
cookups.
mind is and
Or where
actually
I'm
understand
recording.
what you're trying to do. You
Bro,
feel
if I
me?
wanna
You want to
sit
know what
there-
I'm trying to do with it?
Yeah, bro. Not even what you're trying to do with the beats. More so like, where's your mind at? What are you feeling?
Why you need to know
like,
that?
what direction we're going?
Why you need to know that?
Because nigga, I can send you a bunch of random beats, but it's
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm just wasting
I'm
your time
hip.
if you don't fuck with any of them because it's not what you're looking
No.
for.
Who's to say I'm not gonna fuck with them if you don't send them?
That's a
Hey,
fact.
man,
And a
it
lot
goes
of
both
times,
ways.
bro, that's the thing. Producers take it personally and think that like,
Nah, don't ever do that. Don't ever
no,
take nothing
I'm gonna
like
say
personal.
all like, yo, I'm gonna say a lot of
Ah,
producers.
y'all
bro,
niggas take it
if, we,
personally.
if artists don't hop on a beat
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
a month by, you know,
I just
by
want the
next month.
communication to know you don't fuck with it. So it's like, all right, I keep
Yo,
that.
but
I
a
keep
lot
that
of
in the session
times
for
it's
someone
not
else.
even that we don't fuck with it. It's that, yo, I'm not feeling it right now. I might not be in the space for it
I'ma go back
right
to it.
now.
So let me know.
But I might go back to
So
it.
then say that.
But I might not go back to it.
See me,
So
I don't know. I don't tell,
I don't know
I don't
yet.
tell producers. Once I got the beat, I'm gonna do something with the beat. Like if you send me a beat, I'm gonna do something with the beat. I told this to Tomo before. I'm like, bro, I'm not rapping over some of these beats, bro. Some of these beats are ass, bro. I'm not rapping over these shits, bro. Stop sending me bullshit. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna write to the beat though. I'll still put something together. It just might not be over that beat. So send me the beat still, so that I can do something with it. Like you can send that because the thing is, like I said, I'm probably not gonna rap over it. So you can send it to other people if you want. But you know what I mean. If you send me the beat, I'll write. And if it's fire enough, it'll become a song. But don't just because that's the thing. That nigga be sending me some bullshit though sometimes.
Yeah, Tomo's very
He
interesting.
be saying that he not, but then I be seeing it and I'm like, bro,
Where this
we're not-
conversation-
we're not-
where does this
we're not-
conversation go?
We're not
What
ever
we
been on
about
some
to
shit
do
like
right
this.
now?
All this to say,
Tomo's like rolling the dice because some shit is fire. Fire.
I would say most of the shit's fire to be honest with you. It just I don't know.
Some things
But this nigga Eve sent me 2
I see why
beats,
Tomo
bro.
likes
And the
it.
first beat, where I was like, bro, how the fuck you send me this, bro? What kind of nigga you think I am, bro? Why you send me? Nah, what? Not that shit. Why you send me that first beat, bro? Nigga, you think I was born in 1990? Like you think I was born in 1986?
Bro, I thought you
sent
could
you some
do
boom
some
bap
shit with
shit.
it.
Nigga, send me some
hit-
slow ass
hit-
shit,
hit-
bro. You want me to
hit-
rap, bro?
I thought Nate could do it, bro. I'm
It's
like,
not, it's
anyone
not
can
that
do
I
it. It's
can't do
Nate.
it. It's like, nigga, what type of time you think I'm on, bro?
Yo, you know what I will say?
That's what I'm trying to find out, nigga. That's exactly why I said what I said.
You know
Nigga,
what
I
I
be
will
on
say
this
about
podcast every week.
you know what I'll say about Eve's producing?
What?
It don't sound like you produce with the artist in mind sometimes.
Never.
And that could be an issue though.
That's fine.
Because like for a lot of
okay.
artists
That's
wants
fine.
the cue like, okay, it's easy to know like, all right, here's the intro, beat drop, all right, this is where I'm gonna put my verse, this is where I'm gonna put my bridge.
The thing is, shit like
hook,
that, you can go
bridge.
back. We could go back and fix it up.
I don't want to do that.
You feel me?
I
I
don't arrange the beat.
Yeah, just arrange it, bro.
Hey.
But the thing is,
You think
Hey.
niggas go on YouTube for fucking unarranged beats and loops and shit?
But I don't feel like my shit's unarranged. I think it's just more so he's saying it's.
what you try to do is that you try to make, and I respect it at the
Let me
same
hear,
time.
actually. Let me hear.
You
Not
try
just
to
a
make
loose
your
structure. It's a
you
loose
try to
structure.
make your beat sound like a complete piece without the artist there. You feel me? Because you probably look at it as like, this is my work of art, and it's like, yo, I want it to also stand
Alone.
on its own
It can stand alone
without
type shit.
anybody even having to be on there. But a lot of times it could be maybe too much. Because a lot of
No
niggas just wants to arrange shit. Yo, make it easy for me to know. This is where the hook hits. This is where the verse is. This is where the hook is. Boom.
Shout out to every producer too, because that shit not easy. You know what I mean?
None of this shit.
But I will say,
none of it.
if niggas start arranging their beats before you send it out, you'll probably get more niggas rapping sending shit back to you though. No bullshit.
Yeah, you gotta let us know what the vision you're painting. Set the rules for us.
Also, now you finally agree with that statement.
With what?
That the beat maker or the producer, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah,
I don't
they
believe in
set
any
the
of that
landscape,
shit.
bro.
They're the one that's painting the picture. You're feeling
No. We finished the
definitely
picture.
are. Nah.
Y'all like
Finish that. We
y'all
start,
the
I'm
landscape.
saying, we
Like you know how
started
you
the
do the
picture.
background first, and then you do whatever you're trying to paint.
By the way, this is like a 3-4 year argument right here that we've been having going back and forth
Bro.
on who's painting the picture and all this shit.
Bro, that's like yo. Literally, me and my girl did a paint and sip class.
Your girl made music, nigga?
Paint and sip.
No.
class.
We did a paint and sip
Are
session.
you speaking on something?
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying, bro.
All right.
Yo, when you paint whatever you're painting first, right? It say we painted a tree. Before we even paint the tree, you gotta put the colors in there. You gotta, like all the different colors in the background, and then you paint on top of it, bro. And the paint on top of it is the rap or the singing or just the vocals.
Lyrical aspect of it is what you're saying.
The vocals. But what you're doing is setting the landscape. You're telling me,
So
it
what
doesn't
I'm
make
hearing
sense
is
for
we
me
paint the
to-
picture first, nigga. That's what I'm hearing.
you start.
Depends.
You start. You don't finish it though. You don't finish it though.
I would say that what it comes down to, at least for me, is that when I'm rapping over a beat, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you send me. Like I'm listening to sounds and shit like that. If I don't like the sounds of it, I'm not going to even like listen to it further than like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. No bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna skip around in the beat and see if I
how
like
it be, though,
anything
yeah.
that I'm hearing.
Yo, you know what's
I'm looking
mad
for
funny?
samples. All I need is
know
like
what I
10
was thinking-
seconds.
You know what I was thinking to my head when when I was listening to the verse that you spit over the Scissor remix.
Yeah.
Saying to myself, all right, so this nigga's the vitriol, throwing these
said
big
what?
words,
Yeah, bullshit.
the
Vitriol not that big of a
no.
word, but
What's the other one?
but-
The cerebellum. All,
Cerebellum.
and I'm thinking to myself,
Sounds
like,
Cerebellum shouldn't be a big word either.
saying.
no, not big, like, bro.
Oh,
It's just
okay,
uncommon.
okay,
These are
okay,
uncommon
okay,
words,
yeah.
unique words.
That's what I meant, though.
No, I'm hip, and I'm just thinking to
That nigga
myself,
2 Chainz said.
did that nigga write it the way? Remember that writing session?
I did.
Yo, and the
did.
whole time,
I did.
bro,
No bullshit.
I was kind of smacked, and it was fun, bro.
Oh, that's one we had the other
Yeah,
day.
last weekend.
So basically,
year.
last
I
weekend,
definitely did.
niggas was at a session, and it was the
Yeah.
first time ever that I've experienced it. It was like a whole collaborative writing session, bro. And this nigga Nate was on the whiteboard, and disclaimer, I write all my shit by myself. I'm sure Nate writes all his shit by himself, but we were just entertaining it, cause like, whatever. I wasn't gonna spit.
We were just writing we were writing a verse for a song. It wasn't determined who was gonna spit the verse though.
I know I wasn't gonna spit that
It was
verse.
me, Yves,
Stop.
Key was there, and Rob was there.
Yes.
And Dom was there too. Dom Dior.
And I just I was sitting back and I was just thinking to myself like, cause you were leading the charge, and I'm just thinking to myself, this nigga don't really write like this, bro. Dead ass, this nigga don't. This nigga just spit, bro. So that was funny. So that's why I called it, writing for dummies. And I didn't want anybody. No. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean.
I'm hip.
I meant like, the 4 Dummies book.
Yeah.
Those books actually be valid, bro.
I'm hip.
You
I know
feel
people
me?
know.
They're just a very broken down version of it, and it makes sense.
Whatever it is that's speaking.
You know what I mean? And so I'm not insulting the people who have collaborative writing processes. It was cool to
That shit
see.
was fire.
It was fun.
And
It
that verse
fun.
was fire too. That was the hardest verse on that song. No bullshit. That shit was hard.
That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part.
And that's the thing, is that like, you know what I mean? Break it down. Is
but I know
what it is?
damn well you don't do that, bro.
I did. For that verse, I did.
I know, but in
Because
general,
that's the fastest way that I write. I do that when I'm trying to get shit done quickly.
do
Like
what?
I'll write down like words. I'll write down like I listen to
Rhyme
the song.
schemes. Oh yeah.
I'll listen to the song, and now I'll think of what the different topics that I want to address are. I'll write down those topics. Then I'll think about those topics, and I'll write down different words that come to mind. Like I write down one word that comes to mind for each topic about and it's just the word that I use. And so I'll write down past that words that rhyme with that initial word that I wrote down. So I'm saying that's derivative of the topic, and I'll write down as many rhyming words as I can, and then I'll go topic by topic, and I'll arrange them and be like, what is the natural order of things that I want to have? Then I'll write down, or I'll think of a flow to start off with, and then I'll write down a syllable count for that flow, and I'll just fill in different words to make a sentence, and then it'll end, or it'll have internally one of the words that I wrote down that rhymes, and then I'll just build from there.
And that's
Boom.
how you rap.
Writing 101.
And I did that, and that verse for the scissor shit, that was 20 minutes.
So then, let me ask you this, right? And it kind of goes into what the whole question, I forgot who it was.
That's also not the fastest way that people can do that most of the time. Most of the time, it's way easier if you just think of a flow and then you just write down whatever. And
Yeah, bro. Notes. Yeah, put that shit on your notes.
It's not, but then you're gonna spend some time. You don't have to think. You're gonna spend time worrying about them words later on.
So I don't know who submitted it, but would you say writing is a form of therapy then for you? But because the way you just broke it down, like so structurally, it's like I don't know if that's even released for you. Or is it more so I'm just getting done these set of objectives?
Well,
we'll have two separate answers for this.
The thing is like, so truth be told, for that verse, like I said, like that's not a real story. Like that's just me, like whatever. I just felt like that was a story that I feel like, or a perspective that I would want to hear on a song like that. You know what I mean? Because this is talking about like a bunch of like niggas ain't shittery, and I'm like, yeah, niggas ain't shit for sure. You know what I mean? But it's like she's not really like, she's describing like, she's like pointing out specific things that she feels like are the reasons why niggas ain't shit. It's like not responding to texts or like playing games in a relationship.
Not responding to text is not.
It's like not responding to text when like you hit her up type shit. You know what I mean? And other shit that she.
You're not entitled to my time.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. All the shit that she's describing, right?
You ain't shit, nigga.
if I'm not getting back to clearly,
hey, man,
I'm occupied.
But it's all the shit that she's describing, right? And I'm like, all right,
Nigga,
what is
you on your
something
phone
that
24/7?
What is
I'm
something
really
that
not.
would be harmful in a relationship, or what is something that would be harmful, or what would make you hate someone? And I was like, what makes me hate people is that I can't hate them. That's the shit that makes me mad. It's like I'll be trying to convince myself that I don't like this person when that's not true.
You know what's the funniest shit my girl said when I made her listen to it? I didn't make her listen. I sent it to her. I was like, yo, you gotta listen to this. You won't regret it. And she's like, yeah, yo, wow, this really sounds like. So the rapping part, you know, sounded like reminded me of Kendrick, and the singing part kind of, you know, reminded me of Wally. I was like, who the fuck is Wally?
No fucking.
what do you
She did not call that nigga that, bro. No, bro. No.
I said, who the fuck is Wally?
Wow, she's dead ass.
Dead ass.
Allow me to introduce me. My name Wale. Don't say Wally. Yeah, she.
Oh, he really had. Oh wow, that's funny.
Wild.
That's what she was talking about when she said Wally.
Yeah, she's talking about Wale. That's funny as fuck, right? Sheesh. All right.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
I would say yes.
Little nigga from Disney,
It can be therapeutic, but for me, most of the time when I'm writing, it's not. It's mostly just like I'm doing it because it's something to do.
I'm gonna let you answer that, and I'm gonna go from there.
All right. So to answer, and that's why I say like music's my outlet, and that's why I also like I take time with. I mean, I write when it comes to me because I've done write like I've wrote with no inspiration necessarily just to make a song. You feel me? Because that's what. You know, that's what full-time artists is supposed to do. Yeah, it could be good. It don't mean I feel it.
Was it good?
I don't feel it. That's the difference. I feel like I'm just saying words just to say some fucking words.
I feel you.
You know, and that's what you have to do when you're a full-time artist. You got to just grind. Get 5 songs out every week or 5 songs out a day. And it's just like, bro, did you even live enough experiences to like justify the songs you was
Sometimes
making?
You don't need to live though, no cap, man. You know what I mean? When you're an actor, you don't need to live.
I'm hip, and that's the thing. Like I've come to the conclusion for me, bro. Like if this is my outlet, it's got to be genuine, and that's why a lot of the stuff is like very self-motivate, like you know, self-empowering. Like it's all about like yo, trying to get to where I want to be, because that's literally the thoughts that are going through my head every fucking day, bro. I'm literally just rapping what I literally like go through in my life. So most of the time, yo, some of my best raps like Lazy Millennial or Looking Forward, what came off me having a conversation with you on the phone, bro.
You're like, you know what? I'm about to write. Bow.
What did I even say? He said it's only matter of time. I got no time for the I don't know. Fuck all that.
Honestly, I
don't even remember this shit.
I think the thing that I found to be like most like, if it's like cathartic, it's just like getting out the emotions on the track, less so the writing. Because words are words, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, what do those words mean to you when you're saying them? That's what I tell like all the artists that I work with. It's like, you can say whatever, but it's like, if you say that shit and it's lifeless, then it's like, niggas not gonna feel that shit.
Yeah.
But if you say that shit and you mean it and people feel it and like you feel it when you're saying it, people gonna feel it too. You feel me? Like that's why like it's almost like I said, it's like acting, you know what I mean? You're putting like an emotion into every single word, every single line to make people feel it. If they don't feel it, you ain't do a good job.
Bro.
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
what do I look like trying to like niggas be like, yo, I'm about to make a club record. But ain't been to the club.
Is your soul in the club? Is
Like
your
you ain't been
spirit
to the
there?
club. Like what does that mean? Like you don't know what that energy feel like.
Nah, hey.
Like what the fuck do I look like making a club? I don't like the club.
You ain't been to the club. How you know you don't like it?
Oh yeah,
That's why I don't go there, cause I know I wouldn't like it, bro.
You got
Yeah,
we
nah,
going
brother.
tonight, nigga.
The club
that
is
was
for
hypocritical.
niggas who are financially irresponsible, bro.
What?
Definitely.
That's so.
Yo,
Don't
first
listen
of all,
to this nigga, man.
you pay the cover fee, and then you buy alcohol that's
Ain't nothing
10
fuck-
times
There's a lot of things you can do that you could be like, oh, that's financially irresponsible.
Bro, the same bottle at
They said it was financially
the same
irresponsible to
bottle.
start
You
the
go out to eat how
podcast.
often,
Yo,
bro?
the same bottle at the liquor store that costs 30 bills costs 300 at the club, bro. And niggas will
you
do
ain't
that
gotta
shit
buy
to
that shit.
flex, bro.
Niggas was saying that it was
That's-
financially
okay.
irresponsible of me to buy all this equipment, though. And look at us now.
Real
No,
shit, nigga.
this is an investment.
Real
You
shit,
feel me?
nigga.
You could.
The
I could
club's an investment too. You
Hell
pay
no.
to get in the club, and the next thing you know, you meeting celebrities and shit.
maybe.
That
But
does.
I'm into buying shit and spending my money on shit that I could see tomorrow. Feel me? That's why I don't like buying food, bro. I buy food. But I'm just saying. That's why I don't
Eat
fuck
it,
with buying
fuck.
food.
You
Yo,
take
I'm
that
like,
shit,
shit,
you be like,
I'm
alright,
like,
I
shit
gotta
tomorrow.
say something that these niggas can't.
What?
Then why the fuck you go to the strip club then, nigga?
Why can't you say that on the pod?
I don't know. I'm not trying to get you caught up, nigga.
Oh, it's a past experience.
Hey, man.
Say what you said, bro.
So then why you going to strip clubs and shit, nigga?
Why?
Something to do.
Why did he say strip clubs? Like we ain't. It's only
What you
been
mean?
one,
and,
bro.
what's and shit? What you mean by that? What y'all been getting
we
into?
went one time for my 20th birthday.
You did that shit. That's not financially irresponsible.
Yo, I spent $8 a day, nigga.
To all the strippers.
Yo, dead ass, bro.
I'm sorry.
Dead ass.
That's fucked up.
I don't remember how many ones we brought, bro. All I know is I think I had like 20 ones. I had 20 ones. Yeah, I feel like you had like 20 ones. And when I left
Shit.
that day,
That nigga robbed us. I know that.
I came. That's a fact.
bouncer?
Yeah,
Whatever?
the bouncer was like, "Oh, you're not 20. Yes, yeah, swing me $20 more. I
Type
got
shit.
you."
Damn.
And it was supposed to be for me and you, and you paid
I
the
paid
20.
him too,
bro.
nigga. I didn't know,
You got
but nigga didn't
finesse,
say
bro.
nothing, bro.
Nigga was young.
And plus, like, yeah,
Deadass.
I had to go to the strip club one time.
You
And like I
had-
said,
you
I was
had
doing
to.
that shit frugally, bro. Because these bitches,
Nigga was like,
let me not call them bitches. These women were giving it up for dollars. You feel me?
I mean,
It's one
that's their
thing.
That's
job.
their job.
Yes. That is their job.
No, the thing is, they could be like, fuck you, you cheap bastard, and then go to a whole nother section. But they was putting butts on this nigga's face for $1, bro. This shit was crazy, bro. Never going to... He
They
not
was
cutting
putting
shit.
butts
He
on
not
this
cutting
nigga's
shit.
face
Yo,
for
Shorty
$1.
put her legs on this nigga's shoulders and
Not a true statement.
bounce on her butt.
It's not a true statement.
For $1.
It's not a true statement.
I seen shit like that happen for
$3
free.
max, bro.
I seen
was
shit
the
like that happen
dirtiest
for
shit
free.
I've ever seen in my life. Yo, did you make sure to sanitize your face after that, nigga?
This shit was never the same after that.
He was tight. He was tight. I seen the look in his face. He was heated because, yo,
Maybe
actually,
that's why she kept doing it.
I
'cause
actually
nigga-
think it was the stripper that we paid no attention to. This girl came. She looked
Shit.
weak. She looked weak,
Oh,
bro.
shit.
And we threw no bills. Like we literally crossed our arms on some like, please get out of here, bro. Please get out.
niggas listen to no
and,
comment.
And to her, she thought, oh, they not spending money.
Nah, dead ass
I gotta
nigga.
do
I was
even
dead ass,
more.
bro. I
nigga.
looked at it. I was just sitting there like, you know, just mind my business, nigga, playing the cool. Shorty getting close to close. I'm like, fuck going on for real?
Nigga
She
in a
hard
strip
for real.
club playing it cool.
Nah, nigga, cause like, you know, nigga, I ain't want her attention, nigga.
Yeah, there's some
She was in her
baddies there,
section. She was
but
in your section.
I mean, they walk around
I'm saying,
yeah.
but she was in your section.
at that time.
While
yes.
you're playing it cool. Ain't no
No,
playing
no,
it cool,
no,
nigga. It's time for you to get up and move. She's doing her job, nigga. She's
Nah,
doing
nah,
her
nah,
job.
nah,
You
nah.
just there, nigga.
I mean, it's not that we
You
weren't.
want to not do her job just because it's you?
Bro, I'm
And
telling
you're playing
you,
it cool.
You right,
we really
bro,
try
you
to pay
right,
her
you
no
right.
mind, bro. And she thought to herself, oh, I got to do even more for this. I'm a earn this $1.
I mean, yeah.
So
That's her job.
that was a
That's
funny.
her job.
That was a funny
It's
day.
a job, man.
But actually, it's
Respect.
funny because you
Respect.
actually see how like the strippers rarely dance when niggas is raining bread. Cause they don't give everybody the same attention. Cause when we was just throwing out the $1 here and there, you know, titty here, titty there. But when it was the person flying, you know that split where they bounce. Yo, you know what I'm talking about. The split where they bounce.
I was there, nigga.
The split where he's like, he's like laughing. But you know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm
The
talking
split
about.
where they bounce. No
She
bullshit.
was doing
I
shit
don't
that
know,
we
bro.
never seen
That shit's
up
different,
until
bro.
that
Even
point.
in Cancun, I went to a strip club. That shit that was a weird experience too, nigga.
Did the
That
girls
was-
look depressed?
that's not-
Did the girls look depressing over there?
Put up to a strip club in
Nah, it's
Cancun.
beautiful women, but like
Nah, but they
the
don't.
coach is
they don't.
different.
They don't
bro.
look happy.
The coach is
when-
was
different. Yeah, nah,
underage.
you could tell like
They was children.
there's some nigga behind the scenes that's probably like, yo, you gotta do this at this time. Go for these type of people. Like it's just
What's
weird, bro. It
Cancun?
felt weird,
Where's
bro.
Cancun? What's Cancun? That's in
Mexico.
Mexico. What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
There was children?
No,
Yo,
You sure?
you're wildin',
How you
bro.
know that?
You trying to get this nigga?
no, bro, they weren't, bro.
Next
They
to-
just grown. They look 30,
Okay.
like 25, 30 years old, bro.
Hey man, all I know is man.
I'm not
some
walking
of
up to them like, yo, can I get verification?
Some of these countries be
we
wilding,
barely stayed in there. We
I don't know though. I don't know. Cancun seemed like a nice place, but honestly, that name's a little sus. What you mean Cancun? Cancun do what? Who you talking about? Who you addressing?
Yo, all right, right. Okay, we're an hour 30 in. All right, let's get to these topics that
the people
safe
wanted.
out there,
that
man.
the
We talking about the
community
X shit?
that the community wanted, huh?
XXX Tentacion.
RIP, but no, the whole dating your ex,
Oh,
your friend,
no, we not-
whatever.
we not-
I'm about to say,
I
I don't think
feel
there's much to
like-
say
We
about
don't
that.
gotta talk about
Like
that.
I said, I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, don't worry about what I'm doing. Stay over there.
They don't even know what you're talking about. All right, I'm gonna ask some
You
questions.
don't know what I'm talking about either. I'm talking about something different.
All right.
I was about to say what you said isn't what we. I was like, what is that? What are you talking about when you're saying that?
I mean, like, yo, if someone that you used to date, like, it's, I don't know. I guess it's like a statute of limitations on the shit. If it's like 5
Can
years
you actually
past,
explain it so the listeners know what we
He's
talking about?
explaining.
if it's 5 years out of like the relationship between you and another person, if someone that you're friends with decides to date your ex and you're in a committed relationship
That's
at the
not my
moment,
business.
stop worrying about what other people got
That's a
going
fact.
on. Live your fucking life.
It's not my business. Personally, I wouldn't do it, but it's also not
Like,
my
I do
business.
that shit, bro. Get the
It's
fuck
not
out
my
of my face, bro.
business.
Fuck
It's
you,
not my
man.
business.
Don't worry about what I'm got going on.
Yeah, I think.
Why you worried about my dick?
I think the problem is, and it's. Now I'm just gonna say people in general that feel like they have ownership over other people, bro.
Facts.
You feel me? Like that pussy's still mine, nigga. You haven't been inside it. How long? You know?
Like, you're bugging. Worry
But
about yourself. Go get
It's
a
not
job.
even yours, even when you're in the relationship. It's hers, nigga. Like,
I know exactly. Facts.
Like, dude, go do your laundry.
But if you care about your friendships, don't do that. Anyways, yo,
Everybody replaces
someone from the community asked, "What advice would you give to your younger self?"
you picked this one specifically, huh?
I did. Because you
How
low-key-
old? How old is my
low-key-
younger self? Yesterday.
You could pick whenever. If there's a certain time where you like, yo, I really wanted to tell my 13-year-old self, don't do that dumb shit. Whatever.
My
the
friend
case.
Tony posted on Twitter something about them like their like younger self. Something like, it was basically like a similar question, but I think I was specifically talking to like 14-year-old Nate or 13-year-old Nate. I'm like, if I told that nigga that I was rapping and I was like, yo, you're nice at rapping, you should rap, that nigga probably start rapping. I'll tell that nigga start rapping earlier. Cause I feel like the way I be looking at it, bro, is niggas is way too easily impressed, bro. It'll be a fucking like 12-year-old kid rapping and niggas be like, oh, kid rapping, oh my god. Like, I'm like, nigga, I could have been doing this shit. Cause I ain't get
But
better
you
at
wasn't,
rapping.
though. But you
That's what I'm saying.
wasn't.
That's why I would
And
tell.
he-
That's
or
why I would
they-
tell
and
them.
So you
they
would tell
are.
your
You
younger
feel
self
me?
to
They are.
rap
Yeah,
earlier.
just rap earlier.
Okay.
Cause the thing is, even at like 13, 14, I was always like, you know what I mean? I was writing poetry. It could have
Honestly.
easily been raps. That's how I started writing raps when I was 17. Like, it was literally just poems that I would just spit. I'm like, nigga, I could have easily been doing that shit. I would have been shitting on niggas, bro. The game would have been fucked up, bro. But the thing is that for me, I had like a stigma in my mind around like rapping because the niggas that I saw rapping, I didn't fuck with them. You know what I mean? I was like, this is what y'all do. Then I don't want to be any. I don't want to be
no
anything like
parts.
y'all. I don't want to be
Nah,
associated
hey.
with y'all. Like, I don't fuck with y'all. That's not even the type of shit that I want to be around because y'all niggas is like, first of all, you're not good. Second of all, you're obnoxious, and I don't like you. So I'm not trying to.
I
roll with
feel
it.
like
I'm not
that's
trying to
a
fuck
way
with that.
better answer. Because I feel like,
So
and
do
I
that
think
shit
the
earlier,
answer
nigga.
would
You're
be
nice.
very similar to you, maybe. Like, niggas been had conversations like this since we were like, what, 15?
Oh, my fault. See,
14,
I
15,
just
16,
met you
like,
niggas.
yeah.
You were strangers to me until this conversation, like, or until we started having these types of conversations.
Nah, I feel you. But me and him, like, a bunch of other niggas, like, yo, we be in fucking kick chats talking about, yo, we gotta do this and do that. Like,
Nah,
all these
bro.
Kick
I
chats
remember,
used to
like,
have me
I remember
lit.
we dead recorded
Shout
our
out to-
first podcast over Skype, bro. That was like our practice run,
Oh,
bro.
I
was
wasn't
that?
even there for that shit.
When was
You
that?
weren't? I think it might have been just me and Malari,
Yeah, I
bro.
wasn't even there for
That was
that shit.
2019.
No, that was
high school shit,
2016, bro.
High school
I've been on the podcast
High
wave. I
school
just never started a podcast. But I was listening to
Wow.
podcasts since I was like a teenager, bro. Listening to grown men. I feel like that's what helped me. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I
That's
really
the way
feel.
you described it.
No,
Listening
nothing's wrong
to
with it.
grown
No,
men,
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
listening to
because they were
grown men,
grown. Like,
like, yeah.
exactly. So I'm not listening to the dumbass niggas like around me, like who don't have any life experience. I'm listening to grown men who are like teaching me from their own mistakes. You know, they say a smart person learns from their own mistakes, and a wise person learns from the mistakes of others. And I feel like I was
Who's
able
they?
to. You're annoying.
That's
but
facts,
yeah,
though.
I like, you know, and I feel like I was able to dodge a lot of mistakes because I just was informing myself with shit. But you would say to your younger self to just do shit earlier?
Yeah, cause I feel like, bro, even those days when you used to be in my mom's whip, nigga, and I'm playing beats off a fucking garage band, off
Yeah,
the loops
facts.
I had, bro. Like, yeah, I think if niggas did shit earlier, bro, it's like, who knows where it would be right now? You feel me? Just that head start. You
I
feel
would
me?
say
Like,
for me with rapping, I started at the right. No, I mean I was always writing, but bro, when I didn't get my man voice until college.
rapping
bro.
is different. I feel like I think with something like production, which there is a level of like technicality behind it. How well you know the program and all that shit. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like that's a blessing.
I hear
You feel me? Even just the ideas we had. Niggas had ideas, bro. We just didn't have the resources or maybe even the confidence to really execute them.
Facts,
You feel me? The knowledge to be like, oh,
I think we knew
Also
that
just didn't
time
have
was
the
on our
confidence, no
side.
bullshit.
I think we knew time was on our side. Because
Yeah.
once freshman year came through, bro,
Niggas was
we
on their
was
shit.
on that. You know?
niggas was on their shit.
I also will say I didn't have the confidence to be rapping. Because like I would do poetry shit because it was like, to me, there was a very like clear difference between what I was doing. Like the way I looked at rap was like, rap is a very like, it's like, I don't know. It's like balls in your face type shit.
What,
you know
nigga?
I mean? And I wasn't,
I know what you
you know what I
mean.
mean? It's just like, nigga, like it's just niggas like over confident and everything. And I was just like, bro, I'm a very like situationally confident person. So like I'm not trying to be, I don't want to like convince myself that I'm like, oh, this nigga and that nigga, whatever, just because I'm like better at doing something than someone else. It's more so just like until senior year, I didn't really feel like that was necessary. It was more so like
Y'all want to
high
hear?
school.
High school. Okay.
Y'all want to hear why? I knew I started rapping at the right time.
No.
This is what a young Rob sounded like. This is young
Nah,
Rob.
pause that, bro. Put that on the Bluetooth, bro.
That's like we
The
have
quality
this shit,
already
right?
bad. I can hear it, bro. I can hear the quality is already bad.
That's foul. That's all right. But yeah, if I was gonna say some advice to my younger self, my younger self from 2 hours ago, I would tell Nate to put the fucking heat down, cause goddamn.
It's hot in this bitch right now. Y'all niggas know that it's hot.
Hey man, that's why you gotta wear layers. I took off the jacket, but nah, once I ran out of water, it did kind of get started. It got kind of
Got slow.
Scary, it's scary.
Yo, say less than necessary. I was a very loudmouth kid, bro. People couldn't trust me because they had no reason to.
Nigga used to be spitting.
I was giving it up.
Nigga used to be snitching.
Damn.
Nah, don't say that. Procaster Pro. Damn, there's mad things I could tell my younger self, bro. Just like, I wish my view on women were different when I was younger.
Oh,
No,
you
I
one
was
of those.
very immature, bro. Very immature. And then there was a period in time, even in college, where like a very, life-changing situation happened within my friend group where it shifted my, just like my point of view of like, who do I owe like honesty to type shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I wish I just was more empathetic. If I could have learned to be more empathetic
I hear that.
Why you got so many Bluetooths
as a
on your
younger
thing?
self. That was it.
You
That
gotta
nigga be
press, you
around,
just press
bro.
the Bluetooth thing again.
That nigga be
bro.
around, yo.
No bullshit, nigga. I don't know, bro.
Nigga be mad.
It's at the
Different
bottom.
locations,
I'm-
nigga.
Y'all want to hear this? Y'all gonna hear my voice. This is like sophomore year.
Of college?
High school.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
My balls ain't even dropped.
I'm glad you put this in the headphones. The quality of this is abysmal.
But I'm still repping for my hometown. Make a mark on the game before I go down. Go 0 to 100, never slow down. Yeah, it's the 508, y'all, nigga. I'm the king of this shit, like my name LeBron, nigga.
Nigga.
Reigns to the game,
Spit,
till
young
I'm
king.
gone, nigga. Light years away, and I'm still trying to go beyond, niggas.
Hey, in my city, not too many niggas make it out. Tryna act savage, how long y'all been faking out? Take it out.
I'm trying to go a day
Hey, without.
hearing niggas claim they buy pounds just to break it down. To me, it's just amazing how I grew up here and made it out. I'm just trying to be in my bag and be the greatest out.
When you help to pay the bill, bitch. You saying facts, but you ain't never said some real shit.
I'm only worried about just stacking up
Shit
my
better than a
bread.
lot of niggas.
In this country, avoiding jail and being dead. I'm just feeling like Westbrook on the Thunder, cause the world's looking dark and I ain't talking Stevie Wonder, nah.
Not a little bit. I'm going for the crown like I'm like.
We cut this nigga off. We listened to the whole thing, nigga.
I'm enjoying it. This shit's kind of hard. No bullshit.
Bitch, you already
Nigga, you know what I be, bro? This shit way better than everybody else, bro. No bullshit. 99% of the shit that niggas be having me listen to, this shit's way better.
Pockets in a microwave. You other niggas need to go and clean defeat. House is sky the limit when the world is at my feet. Master plan, I played it in chances and never handed.
How long it take you to write this? Cause that's the real case. Cause a lot
does it matter though?
Cause I be yes.
Nah, what did I
Cause a lot of niggas is ass. That shit was hard though.
It took like a whole
Like
week
I
to
would
do
never
it.
listen
It's
to
like
that on
anyone
my
can do that.
own.
I hear you.
It's a little like simple, but I think that shit's fire though.
Yeah, bro, that was me at 15. I don't know, saying some shit.
It don't matter. The shit's still fire. I feel like a lot of niggas is ass.
No. The point was to make.
No. This is the point. This is a 15-year-old nigga out spitting like all of you niggas. You suck. Like, y'all niggas suck, bro. I'm sorry. What the fuck?
Nah.
That shit was fire. Y'all niggas suck.
All that to say, the point was like, it doesn't matter how hard my bars were, even if they were at another level. You know, I'm saying even if, say I was on some Kendrick shit, it wouldn't hit. If my bars ain't dry, you feel me?
Either
like,
way, your delivery's chips, but you know what I mean?
Feel me?
The flows are there and the lyrics are there. Y'all niggas suck. That's all. I don't know.
Make it out.
That's two of the pieces of the equation.
Nah, you know what I will say? I appreciate about even a younger self to having like the awareness to still keep it real. Feel me? Because I'm in this song, I'm even saying like, yo, it's corny how these niggas be like talking about blah blah blah. Y'all saying facts, you know, all that.
But
Use
could
on your
that
backpack
nigga tell a
shit, man.
story
Use a
about his
backpacker.
life?
What did I say? Never mind.
Facts,
I'm gonna keep it at that. Hey,
But nah, I'm gonna say this too though.
That's
Even
good
off the fact
that's
that
good
like our
advice.
younger selves, like I think the one thing we could agree on for sure is like, you know, I think all of us said it, essentially pushing or expanding or just, you know, putting our foot into what it is that we're possibly thinking about doing, but we're kind of hesitant. For all you motherfuckers watching this shit, listening to this shit, whatever you're like
I
thinking
want to
about,
be a
whatever.
comedian.
Really?
I want to be a comedian. I ain't want to be. I want to be a professional wrestler, a comedian, or a chef.
yo, professional
Wrestlers
wrestler
wild.
was definitely on my list too.
Y'all niggas is funny.
I trained to be
Yeah,
a
bro.
professional wrestler after
Like
I
on some
graduated high
fake
school.
shit, like doing fake moves, bro.
Yeah, like,
Nah, I
Like
never really
wrestling
cared
with my
about that
cousin
shit,
and
bro.
like, yo, I gotta make sure I like, you know, I
never really cared about that
spot,
shit,
you know, hit
to be
my
honest
the
with
right
you.
spots.
if I didn't get hurt during that training camp, I'd probably be a professional wrestler right now.
I could see Nate doing
Because
it
that's
too,
what I
bro.
wanted to do. Like my senior year of high school, like that's all I really talked about. Like on top of the rapping shit, like it was just professional wrestling. Like that's it. Nah, I
Yo, you
went
know what
and
have
I
been
was
so
like,
fucked
that shit
up?
hurts. I'm not doing this shit no more.
He's so fucked up. If Nate really became a professional wrestler, but they typecasted him as like
The
a
rapper
rapping
gimmick.
black guy.
And then my shit would be fire. Nigga. I have niggas tuning in. They be like, yo, this nigga rapping though. I be like, they be like,
What's
oh
that nigga's
shit.
name? R-Truth?
Yeah, our truth is hard. Our truth is hard though. People over there, what's up? Feel me, man. You can say what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's
Now that
up?
I'm
Because
older,
it wasn't even like that. It was like, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Because the crowd delayed a little bit because of the mic. That shit was funny.
That was prime time.
Point is,
That nigga still
the point
doing it.
was,
though.
like
That
I was
nigga
gonna
that nigga
say,
like 45.
do whatever the fuck you thinking about doing. Stop waiting around that shit.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
facts.
just get to it.
The
Stop
reality
thinking,
is,
just go.
you
Just
gon'
go.
the
Just
reality
go.
is you're gonna be at whatever you want to pursue. It's not that you're gonna be shit at it, but you're gonna make immense progress to the point that you're gonna look back at when you started and you're gonna be like, that was some shit. And once you realize that like you're only gonna continue to grow and become way better than when you started, that's why you should start as early as possible so you can,
Fendi.
you know, go through all those failures and tribulations and learn from your mistakes so that you're, you know, and that's what I'm trying to tell my brother right now. Like, yo,
But now you
listen
gotta
to the
understand
shit
too, bro.
I'm
Niggas,
saying,
nah,
bro.
we can't be doing that shit,
Nah,
bro.
let me
Niggas won't
explain-
be
let me
ready.
explain this way.
Niggas won't be ready until the end of
Younger
space.
I'm
niggas,
hip.
Niggas say
I'm
that
hip.
shit.
I'm hip, and that's a
started
fact.
rapping
But what I
earlier,
be telling
you
my
would've got
brothers
more
is
hoes,
right.
no bullshit.
My brother's like, yo, let me
I know
just.
you didn't care, but you would have got more hoes.
You would have got more hoes. What did he say?
He said if you started rapping early, you would have got more.
Started
hoes.
rapping
I-
earlier, you would have got more hoes.
I-
I know you don't care, because I still don't really care, but no bullshit. That shit's real life.
But nah, yo, I be telling my brother too, cause I be trying to impart this knowledge, and he kind of gets it now, but it was hard the first time, cause he's thinking, why can't I just make my own mistakes? And I'm thinking to myself, you can do that, but why would you start at why would you start at level 1
feel you.
when I could give you the cheat code to get to level 20,
He's still trying
and
to
you'll
fill the-
fail,
'cause he's still
but
trying
at
to
least
fill
you'll
the game
fail at
out,
level
nigga.
20. Nah,
feel
bro.
you.
He's trying to
No.
fill it out for himself.
There have
nigga,
been
first.
times where I've had conversations with
Then you
the
gonna
young
be at
people that
level
I
1
work
with everybody else.
There have been times where I've had a conversation with the young people that I work with where they're saying the same thing, and I'm just like, I don't get it. But it's like, at the end of the day, I understand, because I was the same way. It's
Yeah,
like,
they just want to go through it themselves. Like,
and it's just like,
get
it's
it.
less about like even like wanting to go through yourself. It's just like, if I learn from your mistakes, that means that you're under the like impression that I'll make the same mistakes as you. And I feel like that's also harmful to like people's development in general, because then it's just like, do you not trust me to be able to do like to learn from my own mistakes? You know what I mean? And it's like, if I'm supposed to trust you, how can I trust you when you don't trust me?
And that's the thing. The
you're
thinking
like, you're
really,
not
the
showing me
thinking,
that you trust
the
me.
thinking really has to be that when you show me the way to skip these mistakes, is going to lead me to face a whole bunch of new mistakes. But they're not going to be
Sometimes, yeah.
repeated mistakes. They're going to be completely new mistakes that I.
How many
do
times
it.
did our parents try to tell us some shit? Because they probably looked
And
through
the
it
thing,
themselves.
yeah, we
you feel
hard headed
me?
as fuck,
You
bro.
feel me?
That's the
just what it
reality,
is.
you know. So if he's
But
getting it
it's
now
like
though.
we all know Them hard-headed kids always think they grown folk.
We on a road.
No bullshit.
Hey, all right.
Facts.
So this is the last topic. We got to get to the rest of these for sure because I really appreciate y'all.
Two more.
Two more.
What else y'all got for us, man?
Here's another one.
Mailbag. What is this section called of the podcast? What's this section of the podcast called?
Ask the community
Ask the community.
or from the
Neighborhood talk. I don't know.
Neighborhood talk.
Neighborhood talks. Yeah.
Neighborhood
All right,
talk.
another one.
Les, what did this neighbor say?
What are things that
What's
we
what's
do?
the name? What's the name? What's the neighbor's
Oh, we
name?
give him a shout out? We
Yeah.
couldn't do that. Who was the last person to ask that question?
What's this community member's name?
They don't even know.
I do know. It's
What?
our day one, bro.
Who is it?
Just give them the ad. Drop the ad. Niggas
Jeffrey
get some
Allen?
fun.
No.
Oh, Dynamic Colors.
Anyways, he asked,
Say that.
what are
Shit.
things that we do to take care of our mental health? And I really like this question because
Okay.
this week I really had to kind of take a step back. So like what happens with me is that like, you know, I set like, you know, my routines and basically I work hard. I get the shit I need to do done. I keep disciplined and I really try to like minimize the time that I'm wasting and maximizing the time that's like investing into things that are going to help me grow. But then I eventually hit a wall. I hit a point where it's like I might go on like a 2 to 3 day stretch where like I'm bumming it. I'm not working as hard as I could. And you know, like I'm just not on my shit like I may have been a couple weeks ago. And I eventually hit that like figurative brick wall. And I love those moments because that extremity of like me like really bumming it and like not feeling like myself takes me.
I'm bumming it.
I'm bumming it. Nah, it really makes me like take a step back and reset. And that reset is so important for me. So like this past week, I had that reset moment, and because I like, you know, I just wasn't waking up early enough. You know, I was going to sleep tired. I wasn't hitting the gym like I wanted to, and I hit that reset point, and I dead ass stayed up, and I put my whole routine, bro. Oh, word, he's opening the window. And like I really, you know, I wrote down my routine. I wrote down like, yo, my purpose in life. What am I trying to accomplish and everything? And I printed them all out. I put them on my wall. And for the past week, been waking up earlier because I set my alarms. Like I just resetted my whole self, you know? And as you like do it more often, you're resetting I don't know how to like really explain it, but you know, I there's those points where I hit the brick wall and I have to take a step back and just like break down everything I'm doing, what I'm not. Yeah, nah, I'm doing it. I'm doing a terrible job at explaining this.
Talking to the AI.
Nigga
Nigga said, yo, he said, what time should I set this alarm for? Nigga said, 8 in the morning.
I seen this shit. Who is this nigga, bro? I
8
know
in
this
the morning.
nigga. Hey, Alexa? Was it Alexa?
I don't know. He said 8 in the morning.
Google.
But then that nigga said, okay.
Productive
Yo,
day.
he said Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto. I just said.
Nah, he said Roberto, nigga.
That
was right.
moment, I was like,
that's
nah,
kind of
this nigga's on his
disrespectful.
celebrity shit, man. I was like, I get it. I was like, this nigga's on his celebrity shit. You know,
What's
he
that?
just posting his story, you know, showing the people his daily life. Like, I
That
got
was
shit
on,
done
that was on
today.
the
You
close
feel me?
friends, though.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
That's
damn. Nigga just said, yeah, you right.
He's on his celebrity
Right.
I
shit.
can't talk straight because it's fucking
It's hot.
as
Nah, it's
hell.
hot.
It is
It's
hot.
hot.
I'll turn off the heat,
Jesus, bro.
And
And that's a part of me setting my routine. Like I bought that thing just so like I could literally create my routines. Like that shit turns off the lights at a certain time, bro, to make myself go to sleep at a certain time. That shit automatically brightens the lights as it gets closer to 8 o'clock so that I'm waking up to like
yeah, my shit.
not natural light, but like, you know, I'm waking up to bright lights.
Yeah.
So I'm
So,
naturally
like, you're
waking
not
up instead of hitting
automatically
like
falling
a
back to
hard
sleep type
alarm.
shit, yeah.
And I even like that Google because like that alarm, it's not like my phone where I could just grab my phone and just turn that
You
shit
gotta
off.
get up.
I don't gotta get
gotta
up.
say something.
I could just say, hey, Google, stop
Oh.
type shit. But
hear
like,
you.
you know, it just wakes me up. You know what I mean? And those are little things I do. Like whether me like going to Target and buying the whole like calendar shit, putting that up on my wall, you know, or even my Tick
So you
app,
say
bro.
you're a very physically based person when it
I'm
comes
not
to
just
shit like
physically. I use like technology to like get this shit done. Like this Tick app, bro, is the greatest thing ever. Like for me, bro. Like I dead ass put all my objectives that I try to get done, bro, separated by the category of what they are, whether it's like the blue home, the music, you know, whatever the case is, and like really be trying to knock that shit down. And that's just like how I stay disciplined, because my mental health gets affected by how, you know, how productive I'm being. If I'm not being productive, my mental health suffers. Not like badly. I don't go through depression bouts or anything like that, but I don't feel like I'm doing enough. And then that type of thinking just kind of like gets me in a spiral.
Yeah, facts. And that's a lot of people in like this age bracket, you know what I mean? SZA made a song about it. It's called Prom. It's a good song.
Cause it's like,
it's real life. That's like, it's like the fear, the unknown like creeps up when you feel like you're not working towards something that you can see or something that you feel like is tangible. And it at least gives me peace of mind knowing that when I do have a day when I really check all the boxes that I set for myself, all the objectives I listed for myself in the morning. It's like, nice, I did it. Look at me. Like, you know, I don't have to look back and be like, damn, I could have done more, because I literally did everything that I set my objectives to do. Facts. So that's how I prioritize my mental health, you know, and that goes beyond just like working, you know. Like an objective could just be like reaching out to a family member and making a call. So big facts.
That's one thing I need to do a better job of.
Reaching out to your people, your loved ones.
Reaching out, yeah. I don't really reach out. Niggas hit me, and I'm receptive, but like, I don't really reach out or initiate. Yeah, I've been reaching out a lot less. I don't want to reach out no more. Yeah, tired of reaching out. Reaching out, I feel like reaching out to me, it just sets you up, because it's just like you putting that out there for someone not to respond. I'm always gonna respond. Everybody knows. Why is that a bad thing? Everybody know I'm always gonna respond. So why is that a bad thing?
Because I'm not because I don't want to have that in my. Because then it's just like the thoughts, and it's just like, why didn't they respond?
Oh, and then you kind of think back, like, did I say the wrong thing?
Or like, what is like?
You talking about like text messages,
calls, whatever.
Like,
it may
if it's
be.
a call, they just might not be able to answer. But if it's a text, at some point you didn't see my text. It's like you just chose not to reply to me. But even then, I feel like I would have taken it personally. That's what I'm saying. But even that, I think it's not about taking it personally. They might have seen it, but they might have been really occupied in the moment. They just forgot to get back to you. It's about the thought. Because it's like, you don't know. And like, maybe this is because like I work with like young people and stuff like that. And in like the communities that we're working in, it's like, if you're not responding, something could actually be happening to you. Something could be wrong with you. You know what I mean? Like, you could have been shot or some shit. You feel me? So it's like, if you're not responding or like you don't come to work, whatever, it's just like, damn, I'm not seeing you and you're not responding. So what, are you okay? And if I don't know if you're okay, then it's like, I don't know. You feel me? And those are the thoughts that are going through my mind. You feel me? And so like some of that like transfers over into like friendships and relationships, whatever. It's just I'm thinking about you. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you're not responding, then it's like, damn, are you good? Like, I hope everything's all right. You feel me?
So what are the things you do to like take care of your mental health?
I be writing freestyles,
and those bring you peace of mind.
Yeah, those remixes be hard. I fuck with that. It's less about the peace of mind. It's more so just being like, it's just a reminder. Just be like, just in case. Like, I be saying it like, just in case y'all forgot, but it's really like, just in case I forgot. I'm hard. No bullshit.
That's what it really,
sometimes you really need that reminder. Yeah.
Fuck everybody else, nigga. You worry about yourself.
What about you, Yves?
I feel like, and I was thinking about this whole time. I really think it's when I'm around the people who aren't necessarily in the world that we live in. You feel me? When I'm hanging, how you look at me like
you
that?
be in the metaverse? Nigga, what you talking
about? I'm on some like creative shit.
Oh, you know, being around the normies.
Yeah, that's a crazy way to say it.
Derogatory.
Like, I guess the muggles.
No, but more so it's like when I'm around my people who are like, you know, just not the people I see on the day to day, constantly working towards something. You know what I mean? Like,
because it gassed the shit out of him. You're doing this. Oh, you're doing that.
Nah,
and he be like, oh, that does feel good.
So that's probably what you go through then.
I fuck with that shit.
I don't even know where that came from. Because like, honestly, I don't even want to talk about that shit right now. You feel me? Like, this is my escape.
The moment they be like, yo, what you be on? I'll be like, let me tell you.
I appreciate it. Girl, listen. Nigga Robbie Phil. Getting into Sex in the City bag real quick.
Yo, I don't know what that means. But yeah, what are you saying?
But nah, yeah, definitely that. I feel like that's my, like I said, kind of like, I don't want to say escape because it makes it sound like I'm being held against my own will type shit. But like,
you want to slide to the left real quick?
Slide to the left.
Slide to the left.
Why?
Nah, you good, yeah.
Why you made me do that?
So you get more in frame.
Camera,
I wasn't in frame? Anyways, right?
Cut off.
So I feel like when I do that, it's just like, yo, I'm stepping away from slaving over these beats or editing pictures or whatever. And it's just like, yo.
Being held hostage. I'll be slaving over beats though.
I mean, I'll be slaving on this podcast.
Also, going outside, nigga. That ass, like just being outside, bringing some fresh air.
How you walking to work?
I don't gotta walk sometimes. Sometimes I just sit there. You feel me? I just sit outside. I could be in the whip, just warm my windows down, just sit there, just take it in. You know, niggas talking about on my phone all the time. Like, I'm really not.
Yeah.
You know, just sitting there, just being separate from all the things that's going on. Cause like, nigga, every day we're feeling like we're taking some shit in. You know, a lot of it be negative. Truthfully.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You scroll down Twitter, bro. I seen some shit earlier, bro. I'm like, yo, why is this woman in this situation, bro?
I
It's
love
just
it,
like
though.
you feel.
I love it though. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you even see the shit I sent?
I don't know. What'd you say?
With the woman with the. I'll just say that shit. The woman that had like the fucking it was like a fucking like a sparkle in her pussy, bro.
Nah.
Wait,
But like
I
the
don't think he
grandmother's
said-
in the background, nigga, with the kids, bro.
I don't think you sent that to me. bro.
Whoa. I can't.
That's funny though.
But I'm just sitting there like, what is she going through in life that she has to do this and
That's
like, put it
funny,
on the
though.
internet, bro? You feel me? Like shit like that. It's just like, I don't want to see that shit all the time. You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie. That's funny, bro.
It's not funny,
I
bro.
love shit like
it's
this,
just
bro.
sad, bro.
I think there was like
How
an
you know?
old Kanye tweet. I don't even know if it's a Kanye
Why,
tweet, but
bro?
it was a screenshot I seen floating around this week. It was like,
Take an hour to your day in the morning.
yeah, like don't get on the phone immediately.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
it's just
because
wreck,
like you're
bro.
taking in other people's energy so early in the morning, and like you said,
Everybody
you could
different.
be real creative. Like I actually write very like at peak levels when I just wake up. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but it's like I think it's just because I'm not thinking too hard. I just woke up. I'm just doing whatever comes to mind,
nothing on your
and
mind
it's just
yet.
fresh.
Nothing on my mind.
You know, so that's kind of a way. And what I've realized with myself is that I think my biggest fear is like being wasted potential. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I just, you know, I've been blessed to have so many opportunities and just like, no, I really got no excuses not to be at the point that I want to eventually reach. So it's like if I don't reach that point, then it's like I have no one to blame but myself in that way. And I've had people in my life that like talk about all the time that like, oh, if I had done this differently, blah, blah. And just look at like their past and like, you know, they're living in the past. And they're thinking like, yo, what I could have done differently, woulda, coulda, shoulda type shit. And I just never want to be in that position where I'm thinking that. And so far in life, I only feel like I've elevated every single year, and I'm blessed for that. And I hope that continues. I hope I'm 40 thinking back that I'm in a better place than I was at 22. You know, that I feel like that's how life should be. I hope everybody has the chance to experience that. I know we're not all grateful enough to have this, you know, people be going through crazy situations that are completely out of their control. But I think that's where it all just like gets fueled from.
All right. Shout out to them, man. You want to do one more?
Do we got time?
Fuck it, why not, man? It's for the people.
You said two.
It's for the people. I was about to say, you gotta hold us up to that.
What's
I
the
did
next?
say two.
What's the next neighbor got to say?
It wasn't. They ain't got no wreck shit. I feel like niggas been on the positive end for a little too long.
There's a lot, but it's like the thing. All right, when y'all send this,
Why Berto ain't get shot yet?
send questions.
I said that,
because
nigga.
a lot of people sent like general, you know, topics, and they're interesting, but I don't really know where you're trying to go with it.
Definitely send questions or send like specific like topics that you want us to discuss that are like actual topics, not just
Yeah.
like broad topics.
These are general. I don't know. Y'all want to go through these and see?
We got on here fucking goddamn. You know what I mean?
Top 100 white people is a very interesting one, but that's gonna take some time.
Who you put at the one though? Who
number
gets that
one.
one spot? Top white person.
I felt like a lot of people would put Tony Hawk,
Oh, that nigga. I know who.
Steve
John
Jobs.
Brown. John Brown.
not Jeff Hardy.
Nah.
Nah,
John Brown.
Who's John Brown?
The white dude that killed those white people during like the 1800s.
How the fuck does that?
Him
have,
and his son.
Oh
what
yeah,
has to do with you, bro?
the abolitionist
Nigga, he was
John
with-
Brown.
Yeah, you feel
Like,
me?
I'm just gonna. I feel like the number one white person got to be the person who had the most impact in my life or something. You feel me?
That's how you looked at it.
So it's not Jeff Hardy.
I feel like shout out Steve Jobs, bro.
That's so terrible, bro.
We did that shit at
That's
the
not the
same
number.
time.
That's not the
though.
number.
What?
Someone asked the question what the scene is like for artists, producers when they're in school, on campus, or etc. This is _, Last King 8. I feel like we all have.
That's our guy Burson. I appreciate that
What's his
that
name?
question.
Burson?
Burson.
Oh, Burson.
I appreciate that question, but it's kind of
Why
like
you putting niggas' government names.
it's kind of tough.
Facts, you forced it.
Oh yeah, Last King 8. It's kind of tough answering that question because we're no longer in school.
Well, I mean, but we know the experience. I'll talk about my experience just from being like someone that was at a commuter school.
So he said what the scene is like for artists / producers when they're in school or on campus.
Yeah, and I would say that like the scene is the scene no matter where you go. It doesn't matter if you're on campus or if you're like outside of that. Like the scene exists. Like your campus is not like, it's just a microcosm of the actual like scene itself. So like building there is fire, but just know that like the scene exists everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? As long as you're an artist or creative, like you're in the scene. You know what I mean? And being able to like establish yourself in there is establishing yourself within whatever community of the scene that you're in. So if that's your campus, then establish yourself there for sure. It can be difficult for me. Someone that was at a commuter school, it was difficult because a lot of people that were artists, they were also like working and, you know, doing other stuff, and they weren't spending that much time on campus. Exactly. Yeah. They weren't spending that much time on campus. And for the folks that were, they weren't really like artists per se. But I had connections outside of that, and I was trying to build, you know what I mean, through my job and through like the different people and the different studio connections that I had to build connections in order to like establish myself as like a presence in the scene. I will say that it like was difficult, and I had to like take steps back from being able to do that because like I was in school and I was like focusing on my work. You know what I mean? But I think as long as you take your passion seriously and you're committed to it, then there's different ways that you can establish yourself in the scene regardless of which part of it you're in. You know what I mean? Whether that's your school campus, whether that's, you know what I mean, a work community, whether that's like a neighborhood community, whatever, or the community that you started from, you know what I mean, community center, whatever. There's different ways. As long as you're committed, you'll be able to establish yourself. I know that like the question is not establishing yourself, it's just like what is it like? But that's like an example. But I think it stems from like what's possible, and that's one example of what's possible.
Word. Living on campus, I think I'm so fortunate for the experience that I had at school, because like I graduated from UMass Lowell, and UMass Lowell was my last choice to go to college to. Like I had sights on like all these big business schools that would have put me in massive fucking debt, and I used to argue with my mom like, yo, you're not thinking about me, my future, blah blah blah, you know, let me go to this school, whatever. But she ended up, you know, taking the financially smart route, and I thank her every day for putting me in a school like UMass Lowell, because the most important lesson I found out at school, bro, it's like, yo, fuck all that shit they're teaching you, bro. You can learn that shit on Google, but it's the network of people that I was able to reach at my campus. You know, I met lifelong friends there. That's where I met Tomo. That's where I met members of KOBK, and that was our brotherhood during that time, and it was a fun time during Lowell, because we really, you know, that was a stepping stone of like taking music seriously. We had our own local shows that we would put on. We would go into every event as a group. Nobody could say like, yo, if they seen me, they seen everybody in KOBK. And that was a very great time, because when you're around people that have the same energy and the same goals as you, it kind of just makes you think just beyond just like school. Like, mad kids are going there and they're just thinking to themselves, oh, I just got to do my homework. I got to, you know, study, blah, blah, blah. And we dead ass come back from class.
Ain't nothing wrong with that either.
There's nothing wrong with that. But like we was on just thinking beyond that.
Don't go to school just to go to school.
That's a fact.
There is something wrong with that.
Don't rob yourself of like the experiences and the people you can meet.
It's not even that. You're just gonna burn yourself out. If the only thing you're focused on while you're in school is school, like you're corny. No bullshit.
First of all, there's so much easier ways to pass school, bro. You don't gotta try that hard. Unless you're like an engineer. Unless you're like biology, engineering, chemistry.
Even that though. But like, nigga, my major was microbiology. Half the time I was making beats, nigga. Like,
I hear you. I hear you. So yeah, nah, if you're an artist or producer, yo, tap into the people in your school. Like cause like your school is like a bubble. You feel me? Like take over that bubble first, and then you can expand from there.
Too, no bullshit.
You know?
Yeah, facts. Cause a lot of niggas that you gonna run into in the school are ass. No bullshit. Like them niggas suck.
I'm talking about life mistakes, but I hear you.
Oh, I'm saying like
you talking about like, yeah, that's what you're saying.
Well, I'm saying like make those mistakes of collaborating with shitty artists first. No bullshit.
And college is like probably the first experience of like you have.
And you're gonna be asked too, no bullshit.
Inter-city relationships, you know what I mean? Like you go to high school, most of your friend groups are the people that live in that same area. Yeah. But the moment I go to Lowell, you go to Amherst, like you got Boston friends, you got Lawrence friends, you got Kent, like all across Worcester friends, like you got fuck Massachusetts. You have friends in different states. You feel me?
Connecticut, hell yeah.
And that's you got to use that shit to your advantage. You know what's that? You know we all separated by 6 degrees.
6 degrees of separation.
6 degrees of separation. There we go.
Nigga, that's just said it too.
You know,
reverse.
Yeah. What about you?
Especially with him, because he was there with me, so he saw bits and pieces of it. But to what I could say to the people that I don't know, I feel like when I was at Amherst, I used to think like, oh, I'm really missing out on shit because it's so far away from everyone else.
That shit is far as
like,
far as
we're dead in like the boonies type shit, right? But
fucking.
like I done seen niggas fucking hot wire tractors and shit at a party. It was some different shit out there.
You
feel
lose
me?
service on your way there, bro.
That's
How I know.
You don't have service wire there. You need Wi-Fi. Deadass. But
Sheesh.
Wow.
I learned though, like, like kind of what you're saying. Like, I've met some dope people who were on the same type of time in that space, in that, the campus community that we was in, who, whether they're, producers or videographers and shit like that. And it's like, yo, like, fuck all the shit that I'm not there for. Think about what I got right in front of me. You feel me? And I'm not going to sit here and list everybody that I met. Y'all know who the fuck you are. Shout out to y'all. I still talk to you niggas day to day, when I get to. But, yeah, like, to really wrap up the whole thing, I feel like, because part of me definitely did feel, what's the word? I'm gonna say jealous to a degree when I used to see you niggas going to Boston and doing shows
we was going
and
in
shit.
and out, yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm all the way in Amherst in my room looking at these niggas like, I should be there.
I hear
You feel me? Like, these are my niggas. It's one thing when you're looking at the other people who are in the music scene in Boston, whatever, in Massachusetts, that's one thing. But my niggas, like the people I'm supposed to be having this moment with, and I'm all the way in Amherst, like that shit was ass. But there's a bunch of nights, Saturday nights, Friday nights, where I'm locked in the studio from like, 7 p.m. to like Sunday, 6 a.m.
Nah,
with
you really
my
were.
niggas,
I
you feel
remember
me?
that,
Like,
yeah.
and that's some shit that I'll never, like, I'm gonna always cherish that shit. Always cherish those moments.
Yeah.
So shout out you niggas. Y'all know who you are, man. Dope shit. So that's what I'm gonna say to that.
Yeah, and I think people say like college is the best time of your life. I would hope that's not the case for any of us, because like I would hope that we have experiences.
This first year out been lit, nigga.
I
will say like
nigga said like prison
if-
first
if you-
year out. You know what I mean?
if you keep elevating, if you keep
they got me
elevating,
down for a minute, but I'm here now, man. I'm out. From
it shouldn't
I'm
have
free.
to be the best years of your life, but those are years that you'll never get back. You feel me?
Facts.
Like that environment's crazy, bro. Where you're literally around only people that are your age.
All
like,
on the same stupid bullshit, doing the same dumb shit.
you feel me? And the only like,
Whoa, that's an interesting take.
What you mean?
I feel like when I don't know, the people that I fuck with in college, they was on some like mistake type time, but niggas was all like very like professional. It was weird. It's kind of
Nah,
No,
but
but what I'm saying is in the sense of like,
it has to be different, bro.
On some young like mistakes that you make as a young person is what I'm trying to say. Nah, that's what I'm trying to say. Mistakes that you make as a young person, where it's like there's certain things, just
and
like
it's
some
such
real
a
college
safe
shit.
space to do it in, and it might be different going to school in a city like Boston, because you're literally seeing regular working people like on your way to
That's
school.
what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know.
So it's a different experience. But literally, like, I saw a child in my 3rd year of college. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is the simulation is broken? You are not
like-
supposed to be here, bro. Like at all. Like,
Oh, you talking about like that kid taking the class?
no, I was talking about just a
saying, like, on
child
campus.
on my campus, bro. Like what the fuck are you doing here?
Oh,
Cause when I didn't see any child.
Like you're just
I don't
it's
see
either
kids.
When I was
teenagers,
in
people
Amherst.
that
brought
like
their
are
kids to
our
class and their
age.
nephews and shit.
Because you live in the city type shit.
Like, but like it's
community
just
school.
it feels like a bubble, bro. Like even when you walking around, it could be 2 a.m. at night and you got no words, because it's like, who else is here, bro? It's just college niggas and like either the RAs and shit like that, or the professors. Like those are the only adults you really see.
Yeah, that's fire, bro. Yeah, so it depends on your college experience. I ain't like that shit though. That shit was ass.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I recommend, if you can afford it, I recommend for people to live on campus, because like you'll
Bro,
never
at
get that
least a year,
experience.
Yeah,
You know, that's your first like
just to be around that many people your age group, for sure.
outside
For
of
sure.
like living with your parents and stuff, like, you know what I mean? You really become your own person, doing that. But shout out to the questions for the community. Please send out more. We love that shit. And we're definitely gonna make some more time for it on our next episode, because we could keep going. But
It was fun.
it's getting late. But if you're watching this and you made it all the way to the end, please like, subscribe, share this with your homies.
Definitely follow the podcast, man. We want to make sure that you share with your people at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
that's a fact.
And
We're
show
it's
love and support in all outlets, not just certain ones. You feel me? Everything. You feel
know?
me? Even if you already saw it on one thing, you see it again, share that
Facts.
shit.
Stop bullshitting
Retweet
us. We're
that
not
shit.
gonna make
You
it to
feel
the
me? All
BMAs.
that
Y'all
shit.
keep bullshitting.
Yo, you know what I heard last week, bro? And it was a compliment. He's like, yo, I love it. Yo, I can't wait to, check out y'all next Instagram video. Nigga, check out our next YouTube video. That's where the real bread come in. I'm joking. I'm not
What
joking.
kind of nigga said that? That's a fool.
You know him. But anyways. Yo, he love throwing names. Spend another episode of
Bro.
Bad for the Community.
Why he say
We
that?
appreciate y'all. We
But if
out of
anything,
here.
that's on us to do a better job. No bullshit.
We out of here.
Why why you do us
End this
like
shit,
that?
nigga.
We outta here.
End this shit, nigga.
We outta here.
End it, nigga.